There we go. Okay, forgot to plug in my microphone, but we're all good. Alright, alright. It's all good. Just forgot to do that real fast. Let me make sure everything is up. Everything should be coming up. Roses here momentarily. Twitch is up. YouTube vertical. Probably should get like a splash screen at some point. That'd be smart to do. But who needs to do that? Who needs to like invest in things like that? That's lame. That's weak sauce. Who needs to do that? No, shut up, Richard. Shut up, Richard. Okay. Twitch is going. I said shut up, Richard. Okay. Get all the streams going in the background so I can see everything. Twitch is here. There we go. Welcome in, everyone. I am so glad you could be here today. I am, as always, your master of ceremonies, Richard. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're playing some Satisfactory today. I am very excited personally. As you know, guys already know, I absolutely love this game. And this time, we are going out to the Northern Forest. My last build, a lot of people said they wanted to see it from the beginning, so this is my attempt to do so. I only have a couple of hours today, but that's okay. That means part one is mostly going to be, you know, initial building, getting the basics set up, getting our iron inputs set up off the bat. For those of you who haven't played the game, hopefully this is a good introduction. I'm ready to just go ahead and dive in. So we're going to go to new game. We are going to start here in the Northern Forest. What's the session name? It's going to be Cahokia. This is going to be our temple build. And no, we're not going to skip the intro. Are there any advanced game settings that I want to do? No power, unlock cut? Nah, that's lame. That's lame. That's lame. Starting tier. No, that's good. Disable the spiders. No, I'm not going to disable spiders. Why would I do that? Arachnophobia warning, I suppose. Alright, here we go. And let's get started. Let's get started. Oh, I'm excited. I love this game. I love this game to pieces.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
Oh my god, Allie, you're already hitting ads. Twitch being Twitch.
Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters.
Oh, good.
Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute.
The outside's still on fire. Are you sure you want it?
Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, A-B-B, in the binary system of Cahokia. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, Signy. Welcome, Azure. Welcome in, Ali. I'm
First
sorry
contact
you're
safety
already
tool
getting
supplied due to
ads.
presence of alien megafauna.
Welcome in,
Adhere to
everyone.
fix-it
Welcome to
procedure and equip the
Satisfactory,
fix-it
the
in
best
Zapper
game
before
ever
leaving
made.
the drop
Actually,
zone.
quite possibly the best game ever made. I love this game. I've never started in this region before. So we are kind of doing something new here. At least water will be a hell of a lot easier to get here. Ooh. There's already some mushrooms here. That's great.
Potential edible collected.
Ooh, edibles.
Look and smell alone
I didn't know this
do
was
not
that kind of
provide
game.
sufficient
Hell yeah.
data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
I have gotten some money from Twitch. Actually, I can check that real fast. I'm already in the thing. Wait. I'm curious. I actually have earned some money from Twitch. I think I've earned a total of like $20 since getting monetized on Twitch. Granted, most of that was from like direct donations, subs. By the way, if you are looking for something to do with your free Amazon sub, feel free to throw it my way if you feel like it. Remember to follow, like, subscribe. Thank you for Azure for being willing to punch this tree just like Minecraft. Eventually, we'll see. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Wait, I already have... Equip the Xeno Zapper. That's the first thing. All right, put that in your hands. I can't punch it, but I can tase them.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fix-It Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the
taser is
habitat
ineffective
and
against
utility
trees.
base, often referred to as the hub.
Okay, well. Oh, well. Okay, dismantle the drop pod. There we go. Nice.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub.
Here we
If
go.
you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Ooh. Two massive sources pretty close to each other. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so slow. I haven't unlocked the Blade Runners yet. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Okay. What the hell is this? What the hell is wrong? Ali, why are you getting all these ads? What the fuck? Why is it always you specifically who's getting, like, buried by ads? Apparently Twitch thinks you're a very high roller who's going to buy all these shitty products that they're shilling toward you. Ah! Ah! Die! Ooh.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine,
Sure is
suggesting it
violent
is
for a
proficient at
herbivorous creature.
inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma.
Ooh,
Preserve the
4
remains
sources
for
of
later
iron.
study.
Right, close. Cool.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all
Oh shit!
consequences.
Oh shit! We're
Store
fine.
this
We're fine. We're
potential
fine.
resource for
Oh,
later
ooh,
use.
copper. That's nice to have. Get back here! Get back here! Fuck you. This is very nice. You can't tame animals like in Ark either. Oh, pure copper vein. Oh, that's very nice. Yes, that is very, very nice. Okay. Wait, where's that iron? Where is that? Oh, right over here. 4 iron veins, and then 2 more right over there. Hell yeah. I'm used to playing in... Oh, and concrete. Oh, hell yeah. There's limestone here. I'm used to playing out in, like, the barren deserts where there's nothing. Yo, Bishop, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. We're starting out some Satisfactory. I've only got a couple of hours to play today. But I'm going to get things started. Hopefully cover, like, all the boring stuff in today's stream. Then I'm hanging out with some friends later, going to relax a little, chill, and then come back tomorrow. And tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to be back in the Project Zomboid multiplayer server. So if you want to participate in the new Memphis server, by the way, for Project Zomboid, feel free to check the Discord link. That should be in the description. Should be somewhere in there. Allie, you mind throwing up the Discord link if anyone needs it? I think everyone here has it, but just in case. We'll get it. Oop. Oh, Signy, yeah. Do you want to join the faction, by the way? I've seen you in there. I didn't know if you wanted to or if you just wanted to fuck off to West Side again. Which, hey, sorry, West Point. Which, hey, if that's your thing, do you. But if you do want to join the faction, feel free. What do I think of the ragdoll physics? It would be nice if they weren't limited to
Iron is a base
just
component
guns
necessary for all
and
near
cars.
future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources.
They're okay.
Fix-It does not pay by the
Oh,
kilometer.
cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Allie. The ragdoll physics are cool. They're all right. They're all right. That's it. Like, they're just okay. I have no real strong feelings about them. I have to say, I mean, the main thing that I was thinking when I was playing was, this would be so much cooler if they hadn't nerfed the shotgun. That was the number one thing that was on my mind when I was attempting to use the new physics and the new ragdolls. Like, if they hadn't nerfed the shotgun so severely, this might be entertaining to use. That was the number one thing on my mind. Yeah, Signy, we'll make sure to send you an invite. Yeah. Oh, right, Azure. Yeah, you're all the way across the world. Yes, please get some sleep. Do that. Have a great rest of your night. There's already a mod that makes Ragnalls better and enables it for melee. What the... You see, when modders are able to do this stuff so quickly, it really makes me not want to believe the devs when they say, oh, this is all, like, super small stuff that's... whatever. Fix the multiplayer. Fix the multiplayer. By the way, thank you guys for all the support on the new video. It seems to be going really, really well. Like, what, we're at 1,500 views in the first day and a half. That's pretty good. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to see what happens in 3 days, and then I have a new, very interesting video for you guys after that I think you guys are going to find very entertaining. Damn, multiple pure iron veins right off the bat. God damn. This is so much easier to build on than the deserts where I was. Now, granted, I guess finding space won't be an issue, because we can just build up to the skybox and then just build, like, a massive sprawling base up in the sky. That's my plan, anyway. Did I just hear something roar at me? I hope not. Okay. Tier 0, hub upgrades, requires 10 iron rods. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's get it done. Mods fixed the ragdolls within an hour. Mods fixed car physics within an hour. Map mods got added to 42 within 2 weeks. Shotgun buffed by modders a few days after the nerf. Okay, if there are good shotgun mods, please send them to me. I would love to try them out. Yeah, if you know any good shotgun mods, anybody, please send them to me. Bishop, this is Satisfactory, one of my favorite games of all time. It's basically a super... If you know the game Factorio, this is like that, but in 3D. We're going to get into some serious building later, but like I said, I only have a few hours today, so we're going to mostly get through the beginning stuff, and we're going to then continue with it. Yep, this is Satisfactory. Quite possibly my favorite game of all time. I love this game. But right now, we're just getting our hub built up. Yep, there we go. Put in some iron rods and upgrade. There we go, we got the frame put in now. Let's keep building this
Hub
out.
upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop.
Nice.
Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Excellent. Let's get a couple portable miners made. Is Satisfactory free? I believe it's $40. I'm fairly certain it's $40. It's expensive, but it is a massive game. I still highly recommend it. I mean, if you can get it on sale, I mean, I always recommend getting stuff on sale if you can, especially if you don't have the money, like, hell yeah. But if you end up spending $40 on it, I think I spent $30 because I got it in early access. you will still certainly get your money's worth, I promise you. This game is huge and incredibly entertaining. Tons of building, tons of stuff to do, massive map, phenomenal exploration. Where was that copper vein? Where did that go? I can't find it now. Where is it? Where's that copper? I want to put these portable miners on it. Oh, it's limestone. I need to put one on here too. Let's put one, just a normal vein. That's fine. God, I'm so slow. I haven't unlocked the Blade Runners yet. Let's not walk off that cliff. Let's not do that, actually. There we go. I absolutely adore this game. Like I said, it is absolutely phenomenal. There's still some creatures roaming around over there. I'll take care of that. This game is very, very cool. Well, if I had the money, Allie, I would buy it for you. But one of these days, hey, if YouTube starts paying me for ads, you never know. Well, I mean, technically they are, but they're just not giving me any views. What the hell is down here? And hey, that's what the stream is for. You can always just watch me play it. What the fuck? Alright, well, I'll take that. Oh, no, no, no.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
Ooh, mushrooms.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Store this potential resource for later use.
I will start researching this as soon as I can. It's good to have a source of fungus here. It's a pretty good resource to have. Alright, let's go. Where's the hub? Where the fuck? Where the hell is the hub? Oh, there it is. I see it on the map. Okay. What is it? Yeah, seriously, just go to YouTube. What the fuck is with these ads? What is it with you and what is it with Twitch burying you in ads? Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm sorry, Allie, you in particular seem to be getting these the worst. Okay, I do have some copper on me. That's good. Alright, what do we need? Hub upgrade. Some plates and some iron rods. Didn't I just put down 2 miners on a vein of iron somewhere around here? Do I get paid for it? Yes. I think it's like 8 cents per. I'm curious. Let me take a look. I can just look at what my what I've made from Twitch so far. I'm fairly certain most of what I've gotten from Twitch has been from like subscriptions. I'm curious. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so my settings as far as ads is 5 minutes of ad per hour. So, if it's doing more than that, then Twitch is straight lying to me as far as what my settings are. So I have no idea. I do not know. Let me see. Did I not see it? I'll check it later. This is boring. I'll check it later. Let's get back to the building. Let's get back to getting our base put together. I'm really excited for this. I want to get this taken care of. Fuck, didn't I just put that? Oh, yeah, right here. It's right here. Okay, give me that. Nice. Give me that. Excellent. Alright. And I'll just let that run. That's a lot of what the early game is. Just let the crafting run. About the Australian government and how they're fixing the country. Ah, good old Australia. Greetings! Welcome in, Hankson. It would be the Germans who are excited to see my build all the way from the beginning. And I don't blame you. Satisfactory is a phenomenal game. Thank you, sports fan. I am doing phenomenally. Hope your day is going absolutely incredible as well. My day is going great. I'm going to be here hanging out with you guys for a couple of hours. Then I'm going to go hang with some friends. Have some dinner. Do some fun stuff. Try to relax a bit. Keep up the, and then do more of the stressful stuff. The job hunting. Ooh, that's never fun. But I also get to stream and hang with you guys and build some cool shit in a game that I like and get paid for it. Not much, but paid for it. So hey, I'll take that. I need to make a commercial, put that in the ad slot, so we're watching ads of me on stream. Oh my god, wait, I need to put my Twitch advertising money into paying Twitch to run my advertisements for my stream on my stream. I see it. Look at this. Bishop's out here playing like 4D chess or some shit. That's incredible. Does Fix-It approve a dinner pause? Fix-It approves a minimum... I mean, there's already the Fix-It mandated 15-minute smoke break per day and a 5-minute dinner break. So if I combine those together, that gives me, according to Illinois union rules, about an hour-long break that I can take. So thanks to... but then again, you know, I am pretty bad at math, you know, Fix-It education and all. Fix-It very much approves. And I'm glad your day is going well, sports fan. I'm glad it's going phenomenally. Like I said, mine's going well. I get to see people that I like, and... oh, they're messaging me right now. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I got like 4 hours. Something like that. I've got time. Get some iron plates. Let's get some... I don't know. Maybe I should have started with the hub already done so we could get a little further, but screw that, you know, I want to start from the beginning, and also I just feel like makes me feel like I'm doing more progress. Take that extra, probably like half an hour maybe it takes to get the hub upgrades done. You know, go ahead and do that, and then I also feel like I've just accomplished more, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm a little bit crazy, but I like feeling like I've gone further, you know? So you have to start further back for that. I don't know. Just my 2 cents, just my 2 cents. Alright, let's get some iron rods made, too. Need plenty of these. Plenty. I also need to make a couple more portable miners. I need to throw some on that copper vein, but I forget where it was. Already forgot where that was. Well, that's like me when I play any game. Like, I can't even... I'm pretty sure every single Zomboid stream... That's part of why I just leave... the Discord chat open, is because I have to, there's always at least 2 or 3 times now someone has come in to be like, Rich, this is where you left your car, and I gotta be like, thank you, real one, appreciate that, because I always forget where I left my car, in game and in real life. Give me the upgrade. Yeah! Alright, we have a blank room. Alright, we have a bachelor pad. All we need is a bare mattress on the floor, and a PS4, a TV, and boom! Then we have our perfect bachelor pad. We're all set.
Fun fact.
Will I try to automate some things? Yeah, at least a couple of things.
Is compatible with Fix-It technology.
What is my favorite game?
Biomass burner with inappropriate...
Quiet,
Next
Ada.
objective.
Quiet, Ada. What is my favorite game? That is a complicated question. I would say overall, as far as games to just pick up and play, it's probably Satisfactory. Like, on it at this point, I have played enough of this game. I love Satisfactory. It's probably Satisfactory. It's probably Satisfactory. It is. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think Hankson was already on YouTube, but Allie, thank you for extending the invites. It's much appreciated. I'm glad to see the community always being friendly. I love seeing that. The game of life. Got Bishop out here once again playing 4D chess. Okay. Well, out playing 4D chess with us. It's probably Satisfactory. You know, I think I'm thinking about making a video here soon on YouTube about my favorite games of all time. I can list off a couple, though. I can pull up Steam. We can talk about a couple if you guys want to, though. Keep things a little entertaining. You know, and as far as my favorite games... Let me see. Where's my... I have a favorites list. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, I don't have a favorites list. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Favorite games. Favorite games. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. I mean, a couple off the bat of, like, as far as, like, my favorites in general. Love Satisfactory. Doom 2016. Love that game. Probably my favorite first-person shooter of all time. Terraria. I love Terraria. Terraria is great. I feel like that is, like, the least controversial gaming opinion on Earth, is to love Terraria. Love that game.
Grade 3,
oh, this is too much furniture.
Completed.
I can't even get
The
inside.
constructor can
See,
produce
this is
simple
way too
parts,
much furniture
and
for my
power poles
bachelor
allow
pad. What is
for
this,
the
a desk?
extension of the power
No,
grid.
I need my
When you
PC
make the
sitting on the
inevitable
floor,
mistake,
on the
Fixit's
bare
dismantling
floor,
feature is
with
designed
nothing
to salvage
underneath
all
it. What are these,
resources
cabinets?
used during
Why can I throw my stuff on the
construction, in
floor?
line with our
Why do I even
zero
need
waste
stuff?
policy.
What is this, a
We
toilet? For a
understand that
bachelor
Fixit
pad? No,
pioneers
I don't
are
need
only
that. What
human
is this?
and
What is
thus
this
prone
shit?
to error.
It's overmade.
Next
It's
objective,
over-designed
complete hub
now. It's
upgrade
over-designed
4.
for a bachelor pad. Ridiculous. No. We're sticking bare mattress on the ground. That's all we need. Less lag. Yeah, the Twitch is like 15. I mean, as far as the ads, and I want to say once again, if Twitch is doing more than 5 minutes of ads per hour, then Twitch is lying to me. Because that's what my setting is. And I'm sorry, Allie, it did front load those for you, though. That sucks. That's probably less overall than what YouTube probably plays if you're clicking between videos a lot. What the hell was I saying? I forget. Okay, Allie, I don't know what the fuck the Australian government is doing to you, but they hate you, apparently. Good old Australia. Or, yeah, I was gonna say Twitch might just have it out for Allie. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. If it's playing more than 5 minutes of ads per hour, then Twitch is lying to me. But as far as have any specific plans for this playthrough? Yes, we're doing a forest temple, like pyramid style. Like I want to really try to lean into like doing like an aesthetic build in this one. Like still obviously going for as much automation as possible, but I feel like in this game, I mean, yes, automation is good, but I feel like in this game there are already plenty of other creators who are doing things that help to create things that are as efficient as possible. This is going to be one of my first playthroughs. I really want to try to get really aesthetic with it. So I brought us here to the Northern Forest, and I want to try to make it like pyramids, like an aesthetic kind of like forest temple meets future industrial build, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I'm still sorting it out, doing something new, and we're gonna do it. Yeah, it's great. What a thing. Looney Tunes. I mean, I gotta be honest. You clearly don't watch much of my channel if you think that I care about anyone insulting my mother. Long story. We can talk more about it later if you're here in the community, if you stick around in the community, but you're going to have to get a little more creative with your insults, I'm sorry to tell you. Does this game even have ragdoll physics? It does, actually. It does have ragdoll physics. This is 2025. If a game doesn't have ragdoll physics, it's not even worth playing. Yeah, but as far as this playthrough specifically, like I said, I want to try to get aesthetic with it for the first time. And I don't normally do that. So it's also helpful. That's why it's also going to be helpful that in this playthrough we're starting in the Northern Forest, which my last playthrough, I've been playing a lot in like the really sparse desert starting area, which is fun to do because it has massive amounts of room, because it's all just like flat terrain. There's very few resources because it's a fucking sparse-ass desert, but there's plenty of room so you can build out huge amounts of stuff. As far as my, but in this one, we're going to get a little more creative. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. And I'm kind of making it up as I go along. But I have some interesting ideas. That's it. That's all I have is ideas. But they're cool ideas. Oh yeah, we're also talking about favorite games. Like I said, Doom 2016 is probably my favorite first-person shooter. BioShock 2 one of my hottest gaming takes. BioShock 2 is better than BioShock 1. Sorry. You're gonna have to just hate me in the comments. If you're a BioShock fan, BioShock 2 is better than BioShock 1. Both of those games are better than Infinite, but not by much. I do like Infinite a lot. Everything good starts with an idea. You're not wrong. Oh, that's what I was saying before. Yeah, I just popped in my head. I was saying about Twitch earlier. I guess the way that I kind of see the ads is, if you're putting up with Twitch ads, the trade-off is you get to see it without, like, the 15-second delay, or, I think Kinji said it was up to, like, 30 seconds, but I don't know. He's also in Canada, so I don't know. His delay might be especially bad. I don't know. I don't know how the systems work. Yeah, so we'll see. I guess if you're on Twitch, you're dealing with the ads, but you also get to see stuff. You get to, like, interact with me more closer to live. You know, it's easier for me. Like, you can respond to stuff a lot faster, and it's more likely that I'm not gonna be confused by what you're saying. Yeah, so I guess I see it as kind of a trade-off being on Twitch. The ads are obnoxious. Again, it should only be 5 minutes per hour. If it's more than that, then I need to put in a complaint to Twitch or something, because they're straight lying to me. My settings are 5 minutes per hour. I don't know. We're going to see how this idea turns out. I'm excited for it. And like I said, I've never actually started in this is the only area I've never started in. This is the... Because the other one is... Yeah, there's the open plains. I've started there, because that's like the beginner starting area. The deserts, I've started there I've been playing in the deserts a lot, actually, recently. And I really like that area. Not a lot of resources, but tons of... Oh, shit! Oh, shit! We're good. 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 Play any Planet Coaster lately? No. Tragically. I mean, I feel kind of bad about it, because I did promise we were going to play some Planet Coaster back during the 48-hour live stream, and then we never did, which kind of sucks. So I do want to go back to it. I can make if there's a lot of desire for it. I think, although the channel, weirdly enough, the channel is growing so fast now. I think a lot of people who are subscribed now or who are watching now just don't remember when I played Planet Coaster. Because it's been so long. I mean, it hasn't been that long. It's just the channel is growing so much. Yeah, I want to go back and play Planet Coaster. I mean, I still want to work on that Knox County build. Because for those who are not aware, the game I stream the most is Project Zomboid. Maybe not so much anymore, but I do love streaming Project Zomboid. And I do stream it a lot. And then it was... Yeah, and as sort of an homage to it, in Planet Coaster, I've been building a Knox County theme park map, including the Rosewood Fire Station as a hotel. The Rosewood Police Station is like a row of like restaurants. The full downtown area has been built out, including Knox Bank, where all the ATMs are. And then we turned March Ridge Military Barracks into a shooting gallery, which was super fun, and took like 6 hours to build all on its own. 6 hours! But it was super cool and it was fun. That I beat the game once. Started a lot, but didn't end in Phase 5, 500 hours. I gotta be honest, the point at which... Well, I have never beaten Satisfactory before. I have never done so, even after 1.0 came out. Usually the point where I start to get really, really tired is usually after motors. I think it's like that's maybe phase 4, I think, somewhere in there. After you build motors, after oil extraction, I don't know, it gets really complex, and I start to find the game really, really tedious at that point. There are really, really good rewards for putting up with the tedium, but, like, there's a lot of really cool stuff to unlock, some really cool building options, and, you know, some really, really cool factory items, but I start to find the game really tedious at that point. I don't know, so it's just, I've just never bothered to do it. I don't know. Like I said, I love Satisfactory, but I do think that at a certain point, usually, like I said, around phase 4, 5, somewhere in there, it starts to feel less fun and more tedious. I don't know. But, you know, there's also a lot of good, There's also a lot of good exploration and stuff to do. I don't know. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings. Maybe being here instead of being in such a spread out area will help with that. I mean, the Northern Forest, as for the issues that it has as far as being, like, really, like, clustered up and having all this, like, foliage that kind of blocks you from being able to do a lot of things, it does have a lot of resources in a much smaller area. So I'm hoping that's going to help out. That's going to make the later phases a lot easier because I'll have easier access to stuff. Because when you're building out, because like I said, I've been playing in the desert a lot, and that area has a lot of resources, but it's really, really spread, so you have to run super long conveyor belts or really absurdly long like roads and power lines, and you know, getting water is an absolute pain. I'm hoping that this build will fix a lot of that stuff. Water is actually one of the huge ones in that build. So yeah, I'm hoping this is going to help out. We'll see. We'll see. I've never actually beaten the game. Hopefully, this will be that time. And like I said, I want this Cahokia build, this forest temple that we're built. Oh, I should build some iron rods. I want this forest temple build that we're doing to be the first time that I do it, hopefully. And we're going to keep going with this. We're going to keep doing this in individual parts. Today's part 1. It's going to be mostly about... if you want to watch this VOD later, it's probably not going to get saved on Twitch. I think Twitch only... This is going to be the one. I'm hoping this is the one. I'm hoping this is the one. If you want to watch this VOD later, I think Twitch only keeps the VODs for a week, which, honestly, understandable, because it's a lot of server space. But it'll be up on YouTube as well. So you'll be able to watch it there. So, yeah, we'll just have this whole run ready to go. Yeah, sorry, making sure my friends are right. Yeah, ooh, let's make this the one. Let's make this the one. I need to start automating stuff. We're already getting to a point where this is taking too long. We got to start automating things. That means I need to get foundations. Usually getting foundations is where I really, really start automating things, especially because actually biomass burners aren't going to be as bad a return now because we're going to need to clear a lot of this landscape anyway. Let's go ahead and get this built. I need to get that copper too. There we go. And let's start it up. What did that give us?
Hub upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts.
Do we want?
There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 5.
And sure, that'll do. Nice. Oh, I love that. Okay. Hub upgrade 5. What do we need? Oh, yeah. That's fair. Yeah, get to work. Yeah, do that. Work comes first. Have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you soon. Okay. We need cable. That is the last thing. Let me see here. Can I go ahead and build... I can build constructors. Let's go ahead and get a constructor built. 2 reinforced iron plates, 8 cable. Okay, interesting. Where is that copper again? There it is. Okay, let's go get that. Let's get some cable, get some reinforced iron plates, get a couple of constructors going for limestone. Yeah, okay. Perfect, perfect. Get some limestone. Let's just get like a small amount of production for each. That way we can start mass producing platforms or, foundations. That's going to be the main thing that we're going to need. And then we're going to start building foundations up into the sky above the tree line. And we're going to build our big-ass forest temple going all the way basically across the sky because the skybox is high as fuck. Thank God. Thank God, because we're going to go way high up. All right. Let's get this copper going. Alright. While that's going, let me check my library. Other favorite games. Ooh! Sniper Elite. It's no surprise I'm into, like, dad-style games. Big fan of the Sniper Elite series. Love Sniper Elite. I love that game. I think it's phenomenal. What's a good curveball? Ooh, Slime Rancher. I also love Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a great game. I love Stardew Valley, and I love Slime Rancher. I love Slime Rancher. That's such a good game. And unlike Pal World, Nintendo hasn't shut them down yet, thank God. I guess that one is different enough they can't make a legal defense. But yeah, I love Slime Rancher. I think it's phenomenal. And Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley has shockingly good writing in it, in addition to all of the really, really good, extremely well designed and refined mechanics around the building and the ranching and the crops and the combat. The way Stardew Valley synergizes all of the skills, you can tell, I mean, it was refined over the course of years and years and years into, like, this really good system where everything overlaps. You know, the combat and the mining overlap with the ranching and overlap with the crops and overlap with, you know, needing to create better tools and overlap with, the one thing that doesn't overlap is making friends. You know, you can go your entire, like, first year and get the community center done, but, like, not make, like, friends with anybody. I think that's the one thing that's maybe kind of an outlier in Stardew Valley and maybe could use a little more work to make it synergize well with the rest of the game. But I do love Stardew Valley. I think it's phenomenal. And I love Slime Rancher. I love Slime Rancher. That game is so... I love that game. That game has such cool exploration. Like, if you want a version of Stardew Valley that centers more on... Well, A, it's 3D, but also has a lot more, like, big, grandiose exploration, I recommend Slime Rancher. It's so good, and some of the environments are so cool. I'm really excited for the second game. Honestly, I was really disappointed the second game launched in early access. I honestly would have preferred they just launched Slime Rancher 2 fully made, even if it's years from now. I would rather have had a fully developed game. I'm tired of early access games. Project Zomboid. I'm tired of the early access model. I want fully made games when I buy them. You know, I don't want to buy games in progress anymore. The model has been too poisoned, even with companies that I like the company that makes Slime Rancher. I trust them to make a good game eventually, or The Forest too. I love The Forest. I think The Forest is one of my favorite games, even though it is perpetually in early access. It is... There's so many issues with that game. I love The Forest, but I did not want Sons of the Forest, the sequel, to launch in early access. I didn't want that. Like, I wanted a fully developed game. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this build goes. I really need to start automating some shit. This has officially gotten to be too much. We need to start automating. The first thing we need to automate is building foundations. So iron plates. I can probably keep enough iron rods on hand that that's not a problem. Okay. Okay. Cable and reinforced iron plates. Reinforced iron plates require screws. Let's get like 6 of them. Still got plenty of iron plates for right now. For now. Okay, give me like 6 of these. Silence the bench sounds. Oh yeah, it is a bit much. Wait, is there a way to do that? Wait. Can just turn the effects volume down. Streamer mode, mute licensed music? Yes, actually, that would be great. Oh, whoops. Nope, no server. I would never play this game on multiplayer. Not to sound ungrateful to my community. I love them dearly. I would never play this game in multiplayer because this game I would, like Project Zomboid and bases there. Whatever. I don't really care. factory volume. Where is it? Effects, music, creature, equipment, factory volume. There we go. Okay, there we go. You know, let's turn it to like 20%. I feel like it's going to be weird to not have it, just so it's way in the background. There we go. Don't need more screws. I do need some more cable, though. That's still really loud at 20%. Oh, god damn it. I have to turn it completely off. That's going to sound super weird once the actual factories get built. Alright. Let's see now. Oh, nice. Let's keep it at 80. And then... Oh. Oh. That's very nice. Cool. Where is it? Assembler. Awesome sync. Constructor, converter, crafting bench volume. 0. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Alright. Thank you, Hank. That's much appreciated. Or Hank's son, I should say. Or Hank... Yeah, there we go. Alright. Hell yeah. Is that the last upgrade, or is there one more? Alright, that gave us the second biomass burner.
Power expansion completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function.
Do we have? One
Caution.
more.
As you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism,
No, I appreciate you telling me,
itchy
honestly.
scalp,
I would have made that change sooner if I had known that. I'm glad to know. I didn't know that setting existed. I never thought about it. Honestly, that's pretty nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep that on. Yeah, what other favorite games do I have? Let me check my Steam. Checking my Steam library, popping in and out. Oh, you know what games I was super into as a kid? The Spyro trilogy back on the PlayStation 1. Those remain some of my favorite games of all time. I love the original Spyro games. It's a real shame that much like Crash Bandicoot, they never, you know, and like a lot of 3D platformers, you know, they didn't survive the jump from what was that, 2nd gen to 3rd gen, going from 64 to GameCube, PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. Yeah, they just didn't survive that. It's kind of a shame. I love Crash Band. I mean, I didn't play much Crash Bandicoot, like, personally, but I do, I played it off and on, like, at friends' houses, and I do love that series. I have a lot of, I do really like it. It's a shame that it, like Spyro, just didn't survive that jump. The jump to, you know. It's weird that that generation was so vast, because, I mean, we were already in 3D gaming at that point. And, you know, the next Spyro game they made, Spyro 4... You know, the next one that they made on the GameCube and PlayStation 2 was, I forget, was it, what was it? Was it Enter the Dragonfly? I think it was. It was just terrible. And, like, not even for reasons, like, related to Spyro. The gameplay was almost exactly the same. It was all kept normal. Like, they tried to translate the gameplay as wholly as they could, and the game was still bad, you know? It was glitchy and just didn't work. They did change studios, I guess. Who was it that made the original one? Was that Insomniac? Who then went on to make a lot of other stuff, actually. Insomniac remained a pretty big staple of gaming for quite a few years. I think they moved on. Didn't they make the Lego Star Wars series in that next generation? I think that was their next big thing. No, that was Telltale, I think. Let me check. What did they do? Yeah, Insomniac Games made the original Spyro trilogy. And then, let me check the rest of their games developed. Yep, that was the amazing original PlayStation. Oh, they moved on to Ratchet and Clank. That's right. They moved on and made Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 2. So, they were still making good games, at least. Good and iconic games. Then they made Resistance on the PS3? Really? I didn't know Insomniac made Resistance. I mean, that franchise is pretty much dead. Well, I mean, a lot of these franchises are dead now. every franchise from that era is dead now, tragically, except for, like, Mario dying. I didn't know they made Resistance. That's interesting. Oh, they made Sunset Overdrive, too. Ugh. 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 But they made Marvel's Spider-Man in 2018, so that was a pretty... It had its issues, but they did do that, and it was a big game, and Spider-Man 2. They made some pretty big stuff. They're making a Wolverine game now. Interesting. I mean, yeah, and so Insomniac has struggled in the past few decades, but they're still making stuff that's making waves. They're still making waves in the gaming industry, which is still impressive for a studio that's been going since, when did the Spyro games release? 99? Yeah, that's, for nearly 3 decades of game development, that's, a pretty impressive track record just to keep it going for that long, you know? That's a testament to quality in and of itself. Just being able to maintain relevance for that long is incredibly impressive. So credit to them for that, I suppose. It's just a shame. It's a shame to see, it's a shame to see more studios not surviving from that era. Now, let's finish this up. That's the last hub upgrade. Or should be.
Hub upgrade 6. Landing platform hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed
That thing needed to
onboarding
slow
and
down
achieved
way
the
sooner.
absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate Project Assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Okay. Thank you, Fix-It. Much appreciated. Alright. What all do I not have a lot of? Not a lot of iron rods. Let's get some of those made. I got lots of wire. I don't have much cable. I need to make some of that. And I need to make more concrete. But once all of that's done... Okay, that's enough iron rods. I got enough... let's just turn the rest of this into iron plates so I don't have to carry around all this random iron ingots. Just get those done and taken care of. Most essential tips. Well, they're tips I've heard about 6 times over at this point, unfortunately. And that's enough. And then iron rods for the rest. Let's get these taken care of. I am still going to need to make some more screws, too, more than likely. I have quite a few reinforced plates. Let's get a little bit of cable made. Maybe like 30 should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. I can make more if I need to. And okay, let's just get a little bit of automation going. Nothing insane, but I do want to go ahead and get some constructors made. Just so we can start building stuff, like get a little bit of automation as far as... Do I have storage? I do have storage containers. Okay, good. Okay. And then probably gonna need more iron plates, but that's fine. There. These are all super out of whack, but that's fine. Okay. There, and need more. Okay, that's fine. Can do. And we need some biomass. Okay. Yeah, now is where things get serious. Now's where things get real. Now we really start automating. I don't want to start, like, really investing in serious automation, at least until we've got foundations. Because, like I said, we're going to build straight up to the sky. Don't watch for the cliffs. We're going to build straight up to the sky and build up there, because this is a really claustrophobic area, which is good. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's, you know, being in a claustrophobic region also means there's a lot of resources within a small area. Where the hell is that limestone? Yeah, also means there's a lot of resources within a small area, which is good, but, you know, it means we're going to have to build up to the skybox, or else build... It's fine. Yeah, we're going to have to build straight up to the skybox, which is good. You know, it's not that big a deal. It's not like foundations require that much, that many resources anyway. Let's start getting this done. Here we go. And some more limestone. I know I can survive it now. I didn't even do that much damage. It's a small cliff. It's a small cliff. That's fine. And Cahokia begins. Okay. Do need to get a little bit of well, plenty of concrete made. Concrete's probably like the #1 thing we need to get started producing, like, immediately. Here we go. Let's get one here, and then just one here to link these 2 biomass burners. That's it there. Ah, shit. Need more cable. That's alright. I don't need that much more. Let's make, like, 10... Yeah, that'll be fine. Here we go. It seems like a slow start, but trust me, for those of you who have not experienced this game, this is, it's gonna be wild to imagine us having gone from like... Oh, shit. That's right. I need to smelt it. Wait, do I have any ingots? No, I do not. And this one's going to be making wire. Actually, you know what? Wire is super easy to make. I'd rather have you making iron rods. Let's go do that. How much can these power? They produce 20 megawatts, and I think these use 4 apiece. Yeah, so this is 12 megawatts in total. Ooh, you know what? Let's put a smelter down here. And let's actually have this one making the iron plates. And that can hook up there. This is going to make iron ingots. And then that one's making iron plates, so we have a source of those. And this one is going to make concrete. So take that. And this one is going to continue to make iron rods. And this also uses 4 megawatts of power, right? Yes. So that is 16 megawatts and 20 megawatts. So that's only one of these biomass burners, actually. Nice. So I still have plenty of power left over. Yeah, there we go. I just have to keep them topped off. There. And shit. Delete that. Man, I can't wait till I get those Mark II power lines. Those are going to be nice to have. Right, biomass. #1 thing. Let's start clearing all this out. Let's get this. How's the game going? Pretty well. We're still pretty early on. Today's going to be kind of a short stream. Just a short stream of like 4 or 5 hours. We're mostly getting the basics done, getting a little bit of automation. Mostly we're trying to build up to get the basic foundations. Today we are walking so that whenever we return to Satisfactory, we can then run. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Thank you for asking, Timely. I think it's going very well. Okay. Let's get all that. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, that's fine. That's plenty. Can I make biomass yet? Yes, I can. Fortunately, biomass is pretty fast to make. I'm glad they did that. That's a very good change on the part of the... Well, they didn't change. I think from the beginning, biomass was always super easy to make, which is a good choice on the part of the developers. Very, very good choice. We're getting this taken care of for right now. Okay, and from the wood as well. Wow, that's a lot. I also do love that in 1.0 they added the ability for, there we go. There we go. Yeah! And the magic begins! storage container. Storage container. We need iron rods for that. Let's grab... Give me that. And give me that. There we go. Go ahead and top that one off. Go ahead. Hey, I hope you liked the video. That video's been doing really, really well in the algorithm. I'm glad people are... at the end of the day, I'm just glad people are enjoying it, you know? I'm glad people are enjoying my content. I think a lot of content creators these days get too swept up in trying to chase algorithmic glory, as opposed to just trying to make stuff that's entertaining. So, if you're watching my stuff, thank you. And, I hope you enjoy it. I certainly hope so. I'm glad people are enjoying it in general. It seems like people are. People are really vibing with it, which is cool to see. Yeah, here we go. This is where the magic begins. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Give me all this foliage. I'm gonna have to clear this later. Okay, and I need one. I'm literally one iron rod away. Give me one more. One more. I think this can actually... Oh, wow. This can actually take 15. This can only take 15. Okay. Screw it. Let it build up a surplus. We're going to need a lot more concretes. Storage... Can I fit a storage container in here? Can I fit one? It's going to be kind of awkward. It's alright. We're going to get a more organized system going later. But for right now, we're going to awkwardly put that in there. There we go. And, yeah, I need to get more limestone. Because concrete is one of the #1 things. What's the issue with the new patch? I mean, I wouldn't say it's one thing. To be honest, my big issues with where... It's more an issue of where Project Zomboid is headed generally. A lot of it has to do with the fact that the... a lot of the new patches and a lot of the new features they're... I would say the main issue with Project Zomboid, as of right now, is that the devs are way too focused on appealing to the crowd of super hardcore multiplayer server players. Which, Project Zomboid... I mean, it's... Those players deserve respect, but they're not the bulk of players. Most players never touch the multiplayer. You know, and yet they're trying to build the game not just in terms of, like, it's, like, mechanically. They're trying to mechanically build the game around those players, and it's like, you know, they're trying to, like, you know, like, as far as the pacing, as far as how long it takes to craft objects, they're really, really building the game around the players who have played for, like, 10,000 hours and want more of a challenge, you know? They're building the entire game around these... Oh, my God. Dude, Reed, I'm glad to see it's not just Allie who's getting buried by ads, if nothing else. Do keep in mind, and do let me know, I checked my settings on Twitch, and the setting I have is 5 minutes of ads per hour. So if you're getting more than that on Twitch, Twitch is lying to me. So do let me know. What does Forest Temple mean? Cahokia build. So my goal... I mean, I've played a lot of Satisfactory. My goal is I want to make a more aesthetic build, and I want to build a big, like, pyramid style, like, mix of, like, Forest Temple pyramids meets, like, meets, you know, Future Factory. Like, I want to do something very, very aesthetic and visually interesting. That's the goal of this build, you know? They're giving the game more content and following a similar content direction to CDDA, which is good. I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine. I know there's a lot of players who are doing stuff like the what is it, the caveman run someone mentioned in my comments, where they just craft everything they ever need and never touch the spawn stuff, and that's fine, you know. The types of players who spawn in, like, the middle of winter and, like, or spawn with their house on fire and a broken leg. It's like, it's sure, but, like, balancing the entire game around that crowd is going to alienate a lot of players. And, like, the Project Zomboid devs need to be aware of that. They need to be really taking that into consideration more than they are. And it just sucks to see that they're so willing to alienate new players, because they've basically just given up on onboarding new players to the franchise, onboarding new players in general, you know? That's one of my biggest concerns. You know, that's one of the things I talk about with a lot of frequency on my channel, you know? How good of a... Like, it's not just, are you providing value to people who've already played the game for thousands upon thousands of hours. It's good to add new content for those guys to keep them playing. Sure. And those seem to be the guys that the Indie Stone is interacting with the most on their Discord and in their community. But are you still creating content that helps you to onboard new players? That helps you to get new people to enjoy the game, you know? Are you creating things that are going to help out the randos who buy the game because it's recommended to them or because they see it on Steam or get it on a sale? Are those people getting any love at all? Are you and also importantly, you know, it's not just about making things difficult. You still need to keep a sense of intuitiveness, you know? And in some regards, they are doing that. Like, I do mention in that video the clay. I think they're doing a good job with changes to the riverside biome and making clay easier to find. I do think they're doing a good job with that, keeping to help keep the masonry system a bit more intuitive. I think they're doing a good job with that. Or at the very least, they're trying to. But then on the other hand, you know, it's like a lot of the rebalances with the weapons and the loot spawns. It's like, I haven't been impressed. I don't think they're doing a good job with that. I think they're just doubling down too much on specifically the super hardcore multiplayer. I have 10,000 hours in the game and love destroying noobs crowd. And it's like, I get that those players need content too, but like if you're not onboarding new players to the game, or you're alienating actively new players, you're not, the game isn't going to grow. The community isn't going to grow. You know? Oh, the audio's cutting out? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. They're giving the game more content. Oh, yeah. Zombie survival games with depth attract new players with their depth. Not knowing what you're doing is part of the charm of being a survivor. I mean, yeah, again, as long as things are intuitive. As long as people are able to pick up the game and figure out what they're doing without needing to go on to a wiki or something. You know, the wiki-required era of gaming has come to a close now. As long as things are still intuitive, I would agree with you that depth is good and helps to bring in new players, but only as long as the mechanics are, you know, as long as the mechanics are forgiving enough that new players continue playing after they die and don't just get frustrated and quit, you know? You still have to try to maintain your players. You can't, like, you know, you can't alienate new players. You have to still have something to offer them. If all you offer them is frustration and bashing their head against a wall for a game that's just not fun to actively play anymore. You know, I talk about this in my Baldur's Gate 3 review. Baldur's Gate 3 is a game with a ton of heart, but the mechanics, the camera issues that game has, you know, that game, you know, that's an example of a game where they alienate new players because the game is not active. Like, it's not fun to be in the game world, you know? Like, it's not fun to just... The physical act of playing the game is not fun. And Project Zomboid runs that risk by toning down the number of, well, the muscle strain, first and foremost, but also turning down the spawns for melee weapons, making everything break super fast now, from weapons to clothing, and making food perish, putting really arbitrary crap like gasoline evaporating. Like, come on. The game is already full of spaghetti code. You're adding more shit like that, more technical stuff for people to have to mod and code around. Like, come on. Like, it's just... Fix the multiplayer! Like, come on. Like, there are things that would actually bring in more players, and there's just pedantic shit for people to post about on Discord and go, ooh, look, more realistic, that's so cool, yeah, like, that's great. It's not bringing in new people. It's not. It's not keeping new players. Ugh. If you like the direction, that's fine. I'm not going to take that from you. That's fine. I have to ask, from everyone here who's defending the new changes, are you people who... Are you guys people who already have a ton of hours in the game? Because if so, I'm not really trying to appeal on your behalf. I already think that you're going to keep playing the game. If you're already invested in the franchise, you're probably going to keep playing. But I'm trying to make sure the game is still accessible and intuitive for new players as well. Because while streaming the game, I do talk to a lot of those people, you know? I talk to the people who play the... You know, I've had quite a few people in my comment section who see me playing Project Zomboid and download it for the first time and, like, ask questions and stuff like that. I talk to those players. And a lot of them say, like, you know, the intuitiveness is what's suffering right now, you know? I care about those players. I want them to be able to pick up and enjoy the game without a ton of roadblocks. And it just feels like the Indie Stone is making that harder and harder and harder. Welcome in, Saul. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You came at a good time. Things are just now starting to pick up here in Satisfactory. Starting to get the landscape cleared. Starting to get a little bit of, wow, this thing is just eating limestone. I mean, I guess that's good, though. I don't know. How many iron... Oh, I have plenty of iron rods. Yeah, let's get, like, 6 more portable miners made. Used to play the game a lot when 41 released. Been off it for a while. Interesting. That's interesting. You say you haven't played a lot of Build 42. That's very interesting. You know, it is... I think it's worth perhaps asking, could that be because the game is just not comfortable to play anymore, you know? It doesn't feel good to just be in the game world anymore, you know? I mean, yeah, of course the zombies are trying to eat you. You know, like I said, the Indie Stone are just really... They're alienating new players. And they're not making the game... You know, it's like, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I love the new ragdoll physics. They're cool. But why did they nerf the shotgun? Which would have been the best way to experience that. You know? Like, you know, why did you nerf... Oh my god, the shotgun. Even the hardcore Project Zomboid dev fans cannot defend the shotgun nerf. That shit is bullshit. That shit is ridiculous. Fucking despise that change. Awful change. Awful, awful, awful change. Just terrible. Just terrible. Stop playing because I started getting bored. Is that what you meant by Bill? I'm assuming bored, yeah. For me personally, find Project Zomboid is, boring. Because it's really boring. It's easy and the world feels dead. No real challenge and have 150 hours. Yeah. My question is animals dying in childbirth gonna fix that? You know? Like, in theory, is crafting new hide clothing gonna fix that? You know? The problem is, you know, for me, as someone who loves playing for like 6 months, a year in-game, I find it really, really fun. The thing that keeps me playing is that I love going out and building and, like, trying to conquer aspects of the world. Like, I've mentioned before, I really like going out and trying to, like, clear large areas. Like, solo clearing the prison, you know, of zombies. That's a super fun thing to do for me as, like, a late-game challenge. Or clearing out areas of Louisville. Like, clearing out the Louisville police station was a challenge I did a few months ago. That was super fun. I love doing that. You know, like using, I've played the game, I have built my base, and now I want to use those resources to go out and conquer an aspect of the world. That's what I love. But the new changes that they're making aren't contributing to that. Like, they aren't creating new challenges for experienced players to go out and do. They're just adding in roadblocks and slowing down the things you already could do. That's the issue. That's it in a nutshell. Somebody clip that. That's the perfect explanation. They're not adding in new challenges. They're just slowing down the things you could already do in the last build. That's it. That's my issue with Zomboid. That's my issue with where they're going. The new animals don't change anything. There's food everywhere. Yeah, no, seriously. And the zombies are easy to kill. I mean, you can tone that... I guess you can tone that down. I mean, you can make the zombies harder. I gotta be honest, I don't find the zombies being easy to kill to be an issue. Because I usually play with the zombies being weak and fragile anyway. Like, fuck that. I don't want the zombies to be, like, hard to kill. I want there to be a lot of zombies. That's what's fun. That is just me personally, though. You know? Interest in a lot of the long-term mechanics, but that's a separate issue with CDD days balancing, which isn't relevant to Zomboid. I mean, yeah, I get that. It's... Like I said, for me, personally, all I can really say is that for me personally, what I like is using my resources to go out and conquer aspects of the world. I'm going to stick to that. And they're not adding in challenges for me to go out and do. They're just adding in more hurdles for me to do the things I already could do. You know? I'm glad you agree. A fine line to be struck between resource balancing and endless busy work. Yes! Oh my god, busy work really is the way to do it. Have you tried... There's a video on my channel, if you're interested, where I talk about some of the... I think it's literally called Crafting is Dumb in Project Zomboid. If you want to hear a lot more refined version of what I have of my issues with the crafting, one of the examples that I gave there was I was trying to craft a... I was trying to tan a hide, because when Build 42 launched, I wanted to engage with the new mechanics and see how they worked. So I tried tanning a deer hide, and it required no less than 3 different crafting benches. 3 crafting benches just to tan a deer hide. And they had to be specific crafting benches, because one of them was the tanning rack, which has to be built with wooden rod. It has to be built with long sticks, which are not the same as long branches, which are not the same as long handles, which are not the same as wooden rods. It has to be long sticks, which are not the same as large branches, which are not the same as saplings. All different things. You can only use long sticks. And it's like, I just want to craft a deer, man. I just want to craft a deer skin, man. Like, what? Jesus Christ. Like, chill. Like, that's all I want. It's just... It's not a good return on investment to engage with the crafting, you know? Like, there's just so... Oh, shit. No, not my concrete. Put in the... Oh, no, I've already done everything. Okay, cool. It's not a good return on investment. It's just... all the mechanics are so obnoxious to deal with, and there's nothing, like, interesting to do with them, you know? Well, more zombies doesn't mean more difficult, just more time-consuming. The issues with the zombies is the combat is stale. You walk back and forth until they die or use the fences. Okay, I mean, that's fair. I guess for me... for me... This is kind of lame, I will admit. But for me, I don't need... Like, taking, for example, Satisfactory. I'm playing right now. Satisfactory does not have great combat. But I do like all of the enemies, but I still like the combat. The reason for that is because each of the enemies does something unique and interesting, and fighting them feels interesting. Like the hog, an enemy that you saw earlier, harasses you at short range. There's another enemy called the spitter that harasses you at... Sorry, the hog harasses you at short range, the spitter shoots range attacks and harasses you at long range. And then there's another one called the, what is it called? The Hatcher, that basically just spawns small mobs to fly around and harass you, to fly around and attack you. Like, it's... In that sense, I'd rather have a combat system that is simple but satisfying to engage with than one that's overly complex, you know, if that makes sense. So that's part of why I was excited for ragdoll physics, you know? Like, I'd rather have a game where I can walk around in Zomboid. I'd rather have a type of fighting style where I can go around smacking zombies with a baseball bat and just have it be satisfying. I would rather have it just focus on being satisfying and fun than trying to be like a complex combat system, you know? You know? Like, I don't want them to, like, try to overcomplicate it, you know? That's my thing. You know? I wouldn't, yeah, I mean, look, Saul, again, I know your thoughts on it. I wouldn't say that 42 isn't fun. I would say it has issues. I do like the new animals a lot. I like a lot of the new farming. I think a lot of it's too restrictive. Like, not being able to grow, like, small herbs indoors. Small herbs having growing seasons at all is stupid. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously you can't grow stuff outside in winter, but, like, why can't, I have wait a sec. Literally, I'm gonna go outside right now. So these, for those of you not aware, are chives. These are wild herbs that grow here in the central United States. Those of you in the United States are probably well aware of these. They are the weird onion-smelling things that grow. And they smell amazing. I didn't do anything special to grow these. I threw them in a plant pot. I found them by the side of the road and threw them in a plant pot so I can put them in a baked potato if I want to. Like, there's no reason that herbs need to be a complex thing to grow. My god, they actually smell amazing. I love these. Yeah, like, there's no reason for small plants and herbs to be like some complex thing that require specific growing seasons and can't be grown indoors. Why can't you grow herbs indoors? Put them in a plant pot. It's not complicated. Just water them once in a while. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, you know what? Okay, Timely, I do get the idea that it's like killing... But, like, I will also say, I find the combat engaging... I guess... If you don't find it engaging, I can't argue with that. And I shouldn't. I'm not going to say that you, like, are required to find the combat engaging. Well, here's how I play the combat. I guess, and for me, it works. I usually play with multi-hit turned on, large groups of zombies, zombies set to weak and fragile, and, but high population. That's what I find to be so fun in Zomboid, especially considering the fact that, you know, you're always one bite away from death. I love playing that way just because it's satisfying. It's got nothing to do for me, like, with trying to make, like, a complex system. I just like, you know, going around, like, high population, weak, fragile zombies, going around with a baseball bat, with multi-hit turned on, and, like, using your footwork to try to align the zombies in such a way that you can get them, like, get two of them right in the right... There's nothing more satisfying than, like, using your footwork, circling around a group, whether you're using a shotgun or a baseball bat, to get them close, to get them to clump up, and you take that swing and you get, like, 2 or 3 of them in one, and just crack, and hear that crunch as you crack them over the head. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. I love it. I'm not going to say that you're required to find it good, but I love it. I love it, personally. I think it's great. And that's what I love. I don't need a combat system that's complex. And in all honesty, I feel like if people complain too much, I do worry that the Indie Stone will take the wrong message and start trying to make the combat system more complex, adding more stuff like fucking muscle strain, which should be sequestered off to the Apocalypse mode, in my opinion, and turned off in Survivor and Builder. In my opinion. But yeah, I love it. I really like it. I would rather have a system that's simple and fun and engaging and satisfying. That's the key word. Satisfying to play than one that's not any of those things. You know, that's where I am as far as the combat in Zomboid. The combat is so boring. One of the things I hate. Really? Oh, that's a shame. I like the combat. Wait, Reed, how do you normally play in your combat? Do you normally do, like, gun build, melee build? Like I said, I mean, I usually do long blunt melee. Call it the Snoop Dogg build. And I find it quite engaging. I like it. I don't know. I guess, like, I can't argue. I can't tell people to find it engaging, but I don't know. I haven't had a problem with it. I just like cracking zombies' skulls over the head with a baseball bat. It never gets old for me. I don't know. I don't know what to say, I guess. Damn, that's a shame. I've not had a problem finding it engaging. Do find the combat boring, but it's the fact that the game is so easy, There's no other threats besides the zombies and the moodles. I want animals that can't attack me to make them... Okay, that's fair enough. Well, animals can attack now. If they're stressed enough, they will. And they do serious damage. I got a fucking, like... I had a small ram, give me a deep wound in my thigh once. That was fucking annoying. Yeah, if animals are stressed, they can attack you, actually. I don't know what the balance is with that, though. Have multi-hit, but main shotguns. Main way of playing. Oh. Ooh. Okay, Reed, I think you just personally had your... I think you just got some bad luck there, because your way of playing Zomboid got nerfed severely. And I'm sorry for that, by the way, because the shotgun nerfs are bullshit and shouldn't have happened. The shotgun nerfs are fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah, I've never even met, you know, I disagree on a lot of things with a lot of the hardcore hardcore gamer Project Zomboid audience, but even they, in my experience, have all said, oh, but no, except the shotgun nerf. The shotgun nerf is ridiculous. I've never heard a hardcore Project Zomboid player who likes the shotgun nerf. Here we go. Get up there,
reached.
take those
Several
resources.
new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
God. Ah, here we go. Now we have conveyor lifts. Or we will soon, as soon as that gets back. It's going to require a lot more copper. Okay. So we do have resource. So we do have a source of pretty much everything now. Pretty big. And we're going to start working on foundations. Get those built up. Start getting our mega forest temple built here. That's the goal. That's the goal. My problem in Zomboid is no matter how far into the game I got, there's no way to automate things, and doing everything manual gets old fast. In all honesty, I don't think you need to automate too much, but yeah, I mean, for me, a lot of the Build 42 stuff gets hampered by the fact that there's so many different crafting tables that you need. Like, requiring, like, 3 different crafting benches just to tan a hide, it gets ridiculous. Just gets ridiculous. Talking about rabid dogs or wolves or something. Interesting. When an oh shit moment killed the zombies and then a storm happens. Lose stuff, just like random stuff like that. Well, they're adding animals dying in childbirth now, so, you know, who knows, maybe they're headed in that direction. I don't know, I would be very, very careful about pushing for anything involving... Oh, it's back, nice. You know, random events that destroy your base or your stuff, you know? Especially because that's kind of what zombies are there for, you know? Like, why do you need storms and animals to attack you when it's a zombie game? You know, the zombies should be filling that role. Now, maybe they should add, like, random sprinters? Like, what's the point of adding wolves, you know, when they could add, like, a random sprinter at some point that could attack you in the forest? You know, what's the point in programming a brand new animal? That would be my 2 cents on that. You know, it's still a zombie game. You know, engage with it as a zombie game, not a, you know... like I said, that's just my 2 cents. I feel like way too many people are now invested in, like, seeing where the Indie Stone is headed as far as it becoming medieval colony simulator, and are now invested in that being the thing, but it's like, it's a zombie game. It's a game that was made in the era of 2013 Walking Dead. Let it be that, you know? Stop trying to make it... If they want to make Medieval Colony Simulator, go make Medieval Colony Simulator, but let Zomboid be Zomboid. My issue with the game in general is that it's supposed to be a game about how you died, but they keep focusing on long-term survival and late-game content, which makes no real sense if you're not supposed to live that long. Why would I make pottery and smelt metal when the pottery is a little ridiculous? When the world is full of ceramic cups and metal weapons, why raise animals for hide when there's millions of clothing items in the game that you can fully repair? Now you see, Blackburn, the problem is, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And that's why I don't think they should be investing in these things. But my feeling is, and it's only a feeling, but I suspect that the way they're going to address that is by just making all of the items get destroyed. Like, clothing will just wear down after a month on the shelves. And, for fun, I mean, adding in okay, Bishop, I'll get to that in a sec. I mean, why, yeah, my Blackburn, my 2 cents and my feeling is that what they're going to do is just make all the cups break, make all of the metal weapons degrade or be less common. They've already turned down the spawn rates for melee weapons multiple times. They're just going to turn everything down to force you to use those mechanics. That's what I think they're probably going to do. Can't wait for my stainless steel cup to disintegrate in my hand. I mean, that would be very the indie stone of them. I have a funny feeling that's what they're going to do to force you to engage with these mechanics. And Bishop, as far as the fun idea, I mean, my issue with that, I mean, it's not an issue. It's like, it's not bad for them to put in mechanics that are just for fun. I'll agree with you there. But if they're gonna do that, like, those are resources that could be better spent elsewhere. Like, fixing the multiplayer! And, on top of that, if they wanted to if the game they really want to be making is 28 years later, Medieval Colony Simulator, go make that! Go make Medieval Colony Simulator! I would buy it! I would make content, well, I can't afford it, but people would buy it. I would make content about it. Like, people would be psyched to see the Indie Stone make a standalone game or even a DLC pack that was Medieval Colony Simulator. People would get into that. People would do that. Like, people would buy it. But they're trying to put it into this 2013, like, Walking Dead era zombie game when it's like, no, you're going a totally different direction. So just let Project Zomboid be Project Zomboid and then go and make Medieval Colony Simulator so that you can make more money. Like the Indie Stone will make more money if they release all these ideas as a separate game or even a DLC pack. Like, the idea of a medieval-style zombie game is, A, becoming more and more popular between 28 years later, and there's a couple of them popping off now. Like, this is a really distinctly British idea. Like, they're really, really into this idea, and it's popping off now because of that. Like, go make that game. Go make Medieval Colony Simulator with zombies. It's a cool idea. People would buy it. So don't crowbar it into the zombie game you were making from 10 years ago. That's my issue, you know? Oh my god, they are... Don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas. They're actually going to add in developing allergies. They're going to actually do that. Don't give them ideas. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my god. Oh, the Indie Stone. I love that that's an actual fear that I need to have. Oh, the Indie Stone. Oh, the Indie Stone. Anyway. It's just... Ugh. Things aren't fun when you're forced to do them. That's just a job or a chore. Honestly, I'm starting to think that certain members of the Project Zomboid community just really do think of this game as, like, a chore. Or a job you don't get paid for. And then they mock others who don't think of the game that way. Oh, you don't think of the game as a job you don't get paid for? You want to go in and, like, have fun? Ugh, weak sauce, lame shit. Wait, who am I kidding? No one else says weak sauce other than me. That's a testament to how lame I am. Let's see, need 2 more storage units, and then we should have everything we need to go ahead and start building our initial foundations. That's in the wrong spot. Here we go. There we go. Start making some wire. I'm not really worried about cable. And one more storage unit over here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. What if the animals could get infected and become hostile? I actually would love if animals could become infected. That, I think, would actually be cool. And would play into the themes of the game, you know? It being a zombie game. I actually have been pushing for infected animals since the beginning. I think that'd be cool as hell. People are looking for a Project Zomboid replacement. Yeah, because Project Zomboid has gotten so far away from its original, like, design. Like, its original design philosophy. It's just, I think it's starting to alienate people. I really do. Which is sad to see, because I love Project Zomboid, but I do, like I said, I do think it's starting to alienate people, sadly. I do think so. I think that's true of a lot of people, Saul. Sad to see. But, you know, the Indie Stone, they're just determined not to hear their own community. I mean, if for those who have watched to the end of the most recent video, or any of the videos I've done talking about the updates, I mean, they've been turning off comments since the beginning, since Build 42 started. They'll even let you comment on Steam about stuff, about the actual updates. Which, like, basic thing, you don't even have to read them. You don't even have to read the comments. Like, I don't know, that's just lame. Like, actively turning off comments is always a sign that you're really doing a good job listening to your community. That you're really providing them what they're looking for. Wow, that's just... Really? That's just lame. That's just lame. I have mixed feelings about adding dogs. It would be cool. It would be cool. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe that'll be a... Maybe that'll be a Build 42 Stable Edition, ad. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, right? They say they want feedback on things like the ragdoll physics, but then turn off the comments. Yeah. It's pretty lame. It's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Oh well. Okay. I'm already starting to wear down my voice from ranting, but what else is new? That's just... that's a new Memphis stream in a nutshell. Rich ranting. Maybe we should just make that... just make that a video. Just Rich ranting. There we go. Really, big fan of the forest. This is my first time actually playing here. I gotta speak more softly or else I'm gonna blow my voice out. Again. Yeah, I love the forest. I think it is... Again, I've built like secondary or tertiary bases here, but never started here. So this is all kind of new to me. I'm liking it so far, though. I'm wondering how far it's going to be to get some of the late game resource or the mid game resources like coal and what's the other one? Quartz. I think there's a couple sources of quartz in the forest. I'm hoping so anyway, because quartz is always really far. But then again, oil is going to be really far. Actually, no, there should be a source of oil between here and the desert. So it shouldn't be too far, hopefully. I'll have to check the map. We'll see once we get there. For right now, the main thing to worry about is foundations. Getting that done. Keeping my power infrastructure up. Man, it is so much easier to fuel the biomass burners now. So much easier. Could test out human, what in the world? So far the demo, okay. Interesting. Hey, put it under the post it under the content suggestions. I did also see, I don't know if it was Azure, I think it was Azure who was putting this up. I did see the post about potential Minecraft mods to put on. Thank you for the suggestions on those, for those who do. Red Forest lacks coal, sadly, but there is a few from the quartz nodes. There's a cliff with quartz across it. Okay, interesting. I know usually when I make a secondary base here, it's usually coming looking for quartz. So I'm probably going to try to integrate quartz a lot more into my build this time, because like I don't normally build a lot with it, because it's usually so far away from where I start. But if it's close, like why not experiment with it with my building style? It's part of why I'm excited to do this, like again, you know, forest temple, Maybe do something with glass. You know? Well, I guess not glass. Well, yeah, it is glass. It's crystal. Whatever, you get what I mean. I'm excited to try some new things as far as base building. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Very excited. Very, very excited. Ooh, no, not worry about that. Okay. Cool. God, I am going to blow up my voice. I'm going to blow up my voice. Oh, what else is new? What else is new? It wouldn't be a new Memphis stream without me blowing out my voice ranting about something. It wouldn't be a new Memphis stream in that case. It just wouldn't be. I mean, would it even be worth watching if I weren't going to destroy my voice? Oh, anyway. Put all that away. Let's check logistics. Do I have enough stuff to get this done? There, and I'm short on wire. I'll get that done here in a sec. Oh! Lizard doggo! Hello! What are you doing here? It's a little pet. Nice. Oh, yeah. Honestly, that I think was one of the worst decisions they made in Project Zomboid. Like, not allowing you to put the, taking away the rooftop farms. Ridiculous. Honestly. That was just petty. That shit was just fucking petty. It really was. Like, not allowing you to build the rooftop farms is just fucking petty. So goddamn petty. Like, really? That's just... whatever. That's just so shit. That's so fucking shit. Okay, so all we need is copper, so we can go ahead and start building the foundations if we want to. This is gonna be... it's gonna go through some changes. Definitely. Let's build it here next to... no. Well, eventually I'm gonna move all this anyway. I want to start with a 2... it's gonna be... no, this thing is gonna be super high up. Okay, eventually we're gonna get rid of this ramp. We're eventually gonna replace this ramp with... what is it called? Catwalks. We're eventually going to do catwalks going down to the bottom instead of ramps. But for right now, this will do. Here we go. Nope, we got to go higher than this. There's a lot of trees. Well, we're going to be chopping down a lot of trees, too. Just like 4 more... here we go. There we go. Okay, now where are we exactly? Looks like... oh, there might be water down there. Okay. Need more concrete. What else is new? We're going to really need to invest in getting our concrete infrastructure built up very, very soon. Yeah, we're going to build super, super high up. Like, very, very high up. Maybe instead of doing vertical, we'll just build... maybe we'll just build along this ramp. I mean, may as well. We can do catwalks, too. May as well. I do also want to get the stackable conveyor poles. That'll be nice to have. Once we get those, we'll be in much better shape. Get some biomass burners. I don't think I can unlock catwalks until we invest more into the, was it the sink? I think the fix-it sink is the only way to get those. Which kind of sucks, but oh well, it's alright. There we go, 300. And I don't think we can get that, and I don't think we can get the... there we go. Logistics.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge,
Oh, the
split,
MAM.
and
I
lift
do want to get that as
save
well.
space and enhance the productivity
Here's the
of your
sink.
factory.
I can get that before.
Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics.
Oh, trust me, we're going
If
to.
you feel stressed
Trust me,
by
we're
this
investing in
complexity,
verticality.
Imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Dear God. Well, no pressure. Jesus. Okay, so I've got about 2 hours before I have to call it for the day. But like I said, I'm going to be hanging with some... Well, then again, he's always late. So maybe more than 2 hours. He's usually late anyway. Yeah, then we can start. So let's, yeah, just keep investing. Keep trying to build up. I do really want to get the vertical, the stackable conveyor poles, but I'm not sure if I can get those until somewhere other. I think those come from the sink, which really would suck. But it wouldn't be the worst thing. There's a lot of iron here. There is a lot of iron here, which is phenomenal. Maybe we'll make like a tiered system. Like this is going to be mostly iron. We'll make a second tier that's going to be for the concrete, and then another one for copper, maybe. That's what's going to make it easier. Because my biggest issue that I have with my late game builds is expansion. That's the #1 thing that gets to me, is just being able to expand the actual the factory. Once I gain things like more advanced miners and whatnot. Oh, I have plenty of concrete. That's fine. Where's that copper? Yeah, that's the main thing that I run into in the late game, is figuring out how to expand my factories without using, yeah, you get what I mean. So we got to figure that out. No. That. Give me that. Cool. That's a heck of a lot of copper. And we need like 500 for the next fix-it milestone. Okay, it's still going. Like that. What are you doing on my conveyor belt? Give me all this. We need a lot more concrete. A lot more concrete. Well, there's no better way to do it. I do also need more cable, too. Here we go. All right. How's the power usage here? Let's see, 28 megawatts, and we have 40 in total. Okay, so we can run 2 more constructors. Okay, I'll get these done. Damn it, need more cable. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this one fed. Give me that. Start making me some concrete. Not a better way to go about this. Humanit... What? How the hell do you say this name? Not to start from the criticism before I've played it, but like, how the hell do you say that? Humanit Z? That's a terrible name. Humanit Z is a terrible, terrible, terrible name. Sorry. Reed seems to have some very strong thoughts on it. I'm curious to look it up. Kind of have to let things run for right now. Maybe I'll look it up here in a sec. Maybe I'll check out the trailer before we do before we log off for the day. Here we go. I need 300 screws. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I have plenty. I have plenty of iron rods. That's fine. Yeah, the name is bad. Because every zombie game needs to have Z in the name. Yeah, right? That was such a... Yeah. That's such a holdover from, like, the DayZ era of zombie games. And that era is definitively over. It seems kind of weird to, like, name your game that now. I don't know. Zombies are certain, like, the zombie peak is not, we're not there anymore. The zombie genre is in a very different place. And like I've said before, one of the biggest issues with Project Zomboid is that the American and British zombie zeitgeists are in completely different areas right now. What is this? I'm going to look it up right now. I'm curious, but what is this? Humanites. I'm going to call it Humanites, by the way. What is Humanites? Go. Perfect. Humanites, a co-op, isometric, open-world zombie game. Oh. Oh, interesting. This looks like a realistic Project Zomboid. Ooh, there's even a Reddit post. That's from 2023, but there's an early one. There's a Reddit post from 2023. Game just came out. Has potential. A lot of stuff. Made the mistake of buying it. Definitely not worth it yet. Okay. So mostly they're just saying it's lacking content for right now. Oh, it's made in Unreal 4. Interesting. Let me check this page on Steam. Because obviously it's been a few years since that post. People saying it didn't have any content. Looks like they released a hotfix just a couple of days ago. About 2 weeks ago. What was that for? Issues with UI, mostly. It's a pretty short list. They have their comments turned on. Isn't realism what we hate here? We don't hate realism. We hate people, gamers who exclude those who haven't already sunk thousands of hours into the game and use realism as an excuse to do so. That's what we hate here. We don't hate realism as a concept. We hate people who exclude those who haven't already sunk thousands of hours into the game and use realism as an excuse to do it. To be clear on what my thoughts are on realism, you know? I don't like, you know, and there have been a couple of those in my comment section around this patch. There's been a couple of them who've been popping up here and there. There's a couple of them. Mostly positive with recent, very positive. I mean, it looks like they're updating it pretty frequently. The most recent one was the Saddles and Settlements update. That's interesting. Let's take a look at the game. Go to the actual game on Steam. I'm curious. It is Humanites. It's only $20. It's, ooh. I really like these graphics. It reminds me a lot of State of Decay. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of State of Decay. It's got horses? Ooh, that's cool. It's early access. Ugh. I don't want more early access games. I want finished games. Let's see. It's got multiplayer. Let me check the reviews. Cool game. Been playing it with my wife. We've been taking our time to learn it. Definitely recommend it for anyone who wants to survive with their spouse or friends. Okay, so good for multiplayer. Love the idea, but need more camera control. Oh, you know how I feel about bad cameras. The shotguns work in the game? That's a pretty good... That's a good selling point. Shotguns that actually kill zombies? Whoa! You know... I don't know, maybe the Indie Stone should be worried. I'll go back and read in a second. I want to check on some things here. You know, the Indie Stone should probably be worried, you know, as they're doubling down on investing in only the most hardcore players of their game. That means that a new market will open up for games that actually make their game worlds comfortable and fun to be in. Make the worlds comfortable to be in and the gameplay actually fun and satisfying to play, not just focus on making it hardcore. There's certainly a market for that that's opening up. So maybe the Indie Stone should be worried. Yeah, I was going to say, that dude riding the horse, the animations look pretty smooth. It reminds me, like I said, State of Decay is what I'm immediately seeing. Is what I'm immediately making parallels to. Vertical. There we go. That's what it immediately reminds me of. Survivors and bandit camps. That's cool. Just using rubber rounds. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd, ooh, there's a power slug over there. I would definitely die from that fall. I mean, they just need to unnerf the shotguns. It's not realistic. It's not even realistic. I mean, not that the shotguns in 41 were realistic, but who cares? They were fun. They were fun. I had fun using them. Not allowed to have that in this game, apparently. Just fucking ridiculous. Anyway. Let's run these. We are going through concrete so fast. So fast. So goddamn fast. And they have traders. Well, that's kind of cool. That's very cool. Alright. I'm not sold on it yet, but I will look more into it. Saul, put some, do me a favor and throw it under the content suggestions if that's okay. I will consider it. I do not have the money to spend on it right now, but I will consider it. And I also need to make some videos about some other content. Like, I need to make a new video about the Oblivion remaster. That's got to be one of the next big things. And there's been some interesting political stuff happening. I really want to make my next video. I do want to make a video. Well, okay. For those who don't know, Adam Conover and Tim Pool just had a debate where everyone lost, and it was fucking awful. It was just fucking terrible. But I'm excited to talk about it because I want to compare and contrast how both sides talked about it. Because inevitably, of course, both the left and the right declared victory. You know, you had the left declaring, Adam Conover destroys Tim Pool in debate. And of course, you had the right going, Tim Pool destroys Adam Conover in debate. It was just exactly the same parroting on both sides. So I'm kind of curious. There is a free demo. I'll check it out. I'm curious. Diddy did it. Diddy probably did do it. Diddy did a lot of things. We're finding out exactly what Diddy did right now. Diddy did things that made his daughters uncomfortable. It made his daughters have to leave the room when they were described in front of him. Diddy's a sick man. It's a free demo. Yes, Saul, I am aware of where to find the demo. I see it. Yes, I do see it. I have some other things I gotta do first. So what, it's 7 Days to Die was Dude, 7 Days to Die is a game that just cannot stop getting mentioned whenever we talk about Zomboid or zombie games in general. Man, I have heard so much about it. Like, the 7 Days to Die comparisons with the Indie Stone have just only gotten louder and more frequent as the game has been releasing updates. Only getting more frequent. Jesus. Like, which is not a good sign, Indie Stone. Probably should be worried about that, but I guess they're not. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see how it works out for them. We will see how it works out for them. Yo, Jarrence, what's up? Did somebody say Zomboid? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We never stop. It wouldn't be a New Memphis stream if I weren't ranting about Zomboid while doing something totally unrelated. Like that. What else are you expecting? What do you want me to say? Something that's relevant to the game that I'm playing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, boy. There we go. Unlock the MAM. Need to do some research.
Milestone reached.
Requires
Supply the
reinforced
molecular
plates. God
analysis
damn it.
machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies
that's-
include exploration tools,
okay.
weapons, and factory
12
buildings.
times 5.
These are essential for maximizing your
60. Yeah,
Pioneer
60.
efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars.
I play Ark, so
Construct,
I'm used to
automate,
disappointment. Oh man, dude, I have heard so many things about Ark. I played Ark once on a free weekend and thought it was okay, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't know. Ark is also one of those games where you have to invest 1,000 hours just to understand what the fuck is happening, though. So I guess that's I don't know. Oof, man, the Ark player base has just been they're like brutal. Sorry you got to deal with that, guys. Sounds terrible. Sounds awful. Let's get some research done. All right, nutrients. Let's research mushrooms, and I need more of those.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Its resemblance to raw bacon? Okay, sure.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Ark's got too much lore to get into. Yeah, I mean, it's a game about, dinosaurs, about taming dinosaurs and riding them. It can just be a game about taming dinosaurs and riding them. That is one thing I do give Zomboid a lot of credit for, as far as its lore. It keeps it simple. Actually, most of the time when I talk to people about Zomboid lore, their first thing they say is, Zomboid has lore? And I'm like, exactly. You can totally enjoy the game while knowing nothing about the lore at all. And I think that is a point in its favor. I absolutely do. Put all that away. Don't need it. I do need to kill some more unique animals, though. Vegan bacon is spread to other plants. My god, oh my god. Oh, hey, you're back. Let's see. Don't let veganism spread. That's the worst thing humanity ever did. Alright, set that. For right now, the main thing I need to be worried about is, oh, I need to get the sink. Where is that? Because I need to be able... I want to get the stackable... here it is. It's going to require a lot more wire. But not a lot of everything else. 400 concrete. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, I should also go get more concrete. I'm still doing a lot of fetching right now. I'm not doing a lot of automation yet. Before I do a lot of automation, I want to run everything up there and start building like a massive mega base up in the skybox. But the first thing I knew... I've only been playing 2 hours. Not even that much. That's petty crap. I want to, yeah... start running everything first, but I want to get those stackable conveyor belts first. No, I mean lore outside the game with how much shit the devs fumble. Really? Are there any good YouTube videos or, digestible narratives about what happened with Ark? I would love, if you feel like sending me a DM on Discord, or you can't post the links here because it's going to get blocked. But if you felt like getting those to me somehow, or maybe leaving a comment on one of the videos or something, I don't know. I'd love to hear more about Ark. That sounds like it could be interesting. Would love to know more about what the fuck happened with it. I would actually be quite interested to know. Bishop, it's funny that you think I'm that popular. That's, yes, I'm truly that famous. I really am. I really am. I'm out there hanging with Joe Biden at the Diddy party, hanging with Kanye, hanging with the Bushes, any number of other rich degenerates. Let's see. Okay, this is going to require a lot of shit. Any number of wealthy degenerates. I need more concrete. Well versed in the folly of Ark. Hey, if you want to give me a rundown, let me know. I'm curious. Please, would love to. Subscriber base is blowing up. Wait, so I spend time at Diddy parties, so that means I'm blowing... Wait a second. Hassan went to a Diddy party. Oh my god, maybe you're right. Dude, blowing up, there's a correlation between blowing up on Twitch and going to Diddy parties. Maybe you're right. Oh boy. I did hear about them cutting taxes on tips. I think it's a good thing. Thank God. I think there's a lot more that needs to be done to help the service industry, but I think this is a good start. Cutting taxes on tips and just eliminating them altogether is great. It's not necessarily going to eliminate state or local taxes on tips. And to be honest, like, as someone who worked in food service, most of the time the waiters didn't even record their tips. Like, literally when I was working as a busboy, like, so we got like the waitresses and waiters would pay us like a cut of their tips. Like when they would tell me like, yeah, just record like a third of them. Don't actually, like, because the taxes for it with that, because you would take the cash home, record whatever tips you got manually, and then they would take those taxes out of your paycheck. So they would always just be like, yeah, just record like $10. Don't even worry about it. Like, no one did that. No one actually recorded the amount they took. So it's like, it's kind of, it doesn't really matter that much. It's a good move. It's good optically, you know, still, but it doesn't really matter. The Fed's not losing a significant amount of money for it, but it's a good optical move. So I do approve of it. And it's good to just like have it on the books that you just don't you don't tip cash tips. You know, it's good to have it on the books. It makes you look good. You know, it's a good move in that regard. I respect it. What's up? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is Satisfactory, one of my favorite games of all time. Essentially, the rundown of Satisfactory is it's like 3D Factorio. Too European for this. What are too European to understand taxes? I don't think that's true. No, actually, the tipping culture in America has gotten out of hand, though, honestly. Way too many companies are invested in tipping culture being like how they run their businesses, and it's just gotten ridiculous. This doesn't need to run that fast. This can run at like 50%. Yeah, whatever. This is also why they do tax cuts as a whole. People are saying would destroy the economy, making the poor richer. Trump is doing a lot of things. I wouldn't say that's his goal, but Trump is doing some things I approve of, and he's doing some things that are Trumpian. I don't know. I don't think it's worth. I wouldn't trust that anyone in the Fed is on your side. I wouldn't trust anyone in that tax bracket if I'm honest, Eric the Berserker. General rule of thumb: don't trust anyone in that tax bracket. Just don't. I pre-ordered Roadcraft. Ooh, pre-ordering is a bold move these days, but I think I may need to try this instead. I very much approve of that. Satisfactory just hit 1.0 a few months ago, and it's phenomenal. I love this game. Highly recommend it. It's $40, which is expensive, but there is well over $40 worth of content in this game. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Trump is one of the reasons Trudeau had to resign. Absolutely it. He absolutely was. I mean, Trudeau already had his own controversies, don't get me wrong. But there was definitely always going to be a push inside of Canada when Trump took office a second time and showed that it wasn't a fluke. There was always going to be a push within Canada for stronger, more nationalistic leadership in Canada. Especially given how much Canada has... It's always kind of weird, because Canada actually, compared to the United States, arguably has a stronger sense of individual states' rights. They're not called states. I forget what they're called. Than the United States does, which is very interesting. They actually arguably have a weaker federal government than the United States, which is one of those things that no one ever thinks about, but is absolutely true. And both like ideologically, their Fed is weaker, and from like a legal perspective, it's a very, very interesting dynamic. Despite the fact that they keep making jokes about, you know, it's very interesting given, you know, how Canada's reputation for being this, like, sort of homogenous, you know, all good all the time alternative to America, when really they have a lot more sense of individual states' rights than the United States does, arguably. Explains why the prime ministers don't have the Secret Service. They don't have a lot of things. But, I mean, Canada's a very interesting country. More so than it's often given credit for. More so than Canadians would like to admit a lot of the times. I think a lot of the time Canada likes to coast by on not being paid attention to much, you know? Like, they make a lot... Canadians make a lot of jokes about America being, like, the Florida. Like, their Florida. But at the same time, Canada has its own problems and its own ideologies and its own individual sects and states that have very strong compasses, morally, legally. And Canada, a lot of the times, would prefer to sort of coast and not have you think about it, not have you think about the individual ideologies of any individual region, which is getting harder and harder as the individual regions are starting to exert more and more authority, which is to be expected because Canada historically has had a stronger sense of states' rights, arguably than the United States has, which is, again, feels very backwards considering how, you know, Trudeau has basically been the king for the last 10 years. They don't call us, they like to call us South Canada. I don't know if they say that, but they do say some things where they like to get derogatory toward the United States while not, while also falling into a lot of the same pitfalls the United States does. I mean, no state in the U.S. ever banned burqas, you know, just to be clear. They, yeah, Canada has its own issues that they would prefer you not think of because they want to be seen as the wholesome, friendly alternative to the U.S. while engaging in a lot of the same issues or having a lot of the same issues. Or creating even more, or creating new issues based on their ideology, you know? Like Canada, much like the U.S. Fed, does not want to talk about the issues created by immigration, you know? Which, obviously, there are, regardless of the side that you're on. Yes, immigration does cause problems that need to be surmounted, you know? It does, high levels of it, regardless of whether or not you think it's a good thing. But, again, they'd prefer you just don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it, you know? That's the problem with the woke tyrants. They really want you to not think and just believe and just go about moral grandstanding. That was always Trudeau's problem. And Trudeau was never a very strong leader. He's always more of a pretty face with a recognizable name. I mean, that's true of some U.S. leaders, too. I mean, it's true of Bush. Hey, he wasn't that handsome, but he had a recognizable name. Hello. Where does the wholesome part come in? I mean, in comparison to the U.S., especially post-Trump, Trudeau really wanted to lean into being, like, the wholesome and also business-friendly version of the U.S. when Trump got elected in 2016. But now they're having to turn more nationalistic, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if Canadian states start trying to declare independence left and right, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how the Canadian Fed's going to go? And them electing this fucking Goldman Sachs banker is probably only going to make things worse. I don't think that was a good move. I mean, look, you know, Pierre Poilievre, I believe is his name, has his own issues. Canadian conservatives have their own problems as far as their ideology. And there's certainly a lot of reservations to be had in such a diverse country of, you know, putting in anyone with a more pro-Canada nationalistic viewpoint. But, you know, the alternative was the Goldman Sachs banker? Come on. Like, you can't tell me that was a better option. Oh, Canada. Ugh. They get arrested over memes. Yeah, no. That's, yeah. I've heard some interesting things about the, I'm assuming you must be in the UK. Yeah, I've heard some of the things you can get arrested for, you know. And that's another thing. The UK also, post-Trump, really wanted to pitch itself, despite the fact that I think, who was it that was in office? Was that Boris Johnson, who was in office pitching himself as the wholesome alternative to Trump, which was even more ludicrous than Trudeau. Fucking rich asshole. Tory bitch. Fuck Johnson. Fuck that rich prick. Like the, yeah, like the UK trying to pitch themselves as, you know, the place that's really pro-business in the wake of America's turn toward nationalism, toward fascism, but the UK is doing fine. Meanwhile, they're arresting people for Facebook posts. Like, come on. Stop trying to blame the US and make the US as this fascist hellhole, while Canada and the UK are having their own problems, you know? While they're doing shit like this. You know, there's a reason why the liberals in the US, UK, and Canada won't touch the grooming gangs issue with a 10-foot pole. You know? Like, you want to pretend like you're doing things right, you know? Come on. And the right is becoming more popular. Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see, because it's like I do worry for the UK's rights. I think the US right, despite Trump being kind of nuts, I think there is, as far as nationalism, I think the way to handle it is a sort of ease the handle, let the steam out of the pipe, you know? I think Trump is doing that. I think Elon is doing that. Elon is not obviously a member of the gut. Well, he was technically for 880 days due to according to law. But I think that Trump is managing to do that. As much as you can make, there are valid criticisms to be had of what Trump is doing. I do think that his election twice now has at least helped to let the U.S. nationalism express itself, like letting the steam out of the valve, you know? Meanwhile, in the Canada and the UK, they're just like, nationalism, smack that shit fucking down! No, get down! Don't you dare express nationalism or pride in your country. And that's only going to make it worse when it inevitably bursts. Like, you're just going to drive, like, instead of letting the steam out of the pipe, you're going to let it burst. And it's going to be even worse. Can't wait for 10 years from now when we have fucking Prime Minister Tommy Robinson. Can't wait. I have said from the very beginning, since Keir Starmer's election, Keir Starmer is the picture of a president who comes with the frame. That man is the exact type of leader you elect right before a dictator. Keir Starmer, the limp European technocrat that you elect right before a dictator. I fucking promise you. That's it. I thought I was American. I am American. I am American, actually. Yeah. Thank you. Also, Faded Gamer, thank you so much for the sub. I hope that my rant here has not driven you away. And I'm glad you're sold on the game, like, regardless of my politics. I'm glad you're sold on this game. This is a great game. I love Satisfactory. It's so good. It's so good. Professional impulsive buyer. I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, Boris Johnson always looked like he woke up from a night of bar hopping. Intentionally, actually. Intentionally. He went for the Muppet look on purpose because he wanted people to not think of him as the political power player that he was. He wanted to look non-threatening, which he did. He wanted to look like an idiot, and he looked like an idiot. And and it's allowed him to sort of slip under the radar of politics and not be thought of as being, again, the massive political power player that he is. For better and for worse. It's kept him from a lot of criticism, but it's also kept him from expressing a lot more power than he could have. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you. I very much, I appreciate you respecting my opinions. I mean, not that anybody has to agree with them, but I'm glad I can just have political opinions and people just don't care. I'm glad we're moving into that era online where people can just, like, have differing opinions, and who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? You know? Whatever. Let's just enjoy video games together. That's what I'm here to do. I love video games. Video games are great. We should play more of them. I'm telling you, man. Keir Starmer, he's the guy you elect right before a dictator. It's weird here. They just voted the definition of a woman legally. I saw that, yeah, but don't know how it will clash with all the other freedom of expression laws. Yeah. What I found most interesting about that was actually Starmer's reaction when he was asked about it. Because very specifically, I believe the word he kept using was clarity. I am actually very excited for this decision because I'm not going to try to do a UK accent because it would be really bad. I'm very excited because what it provides is clarity about the decision, about what it is to be a woman. You know? Limp shit, weak sauce shit. Which you would expect from Starmer. And it's like, okay, what it seems like he and the government are doing are leaning in and trying to be like, okay, we have this decision now, which doesn't actually define... I mean, what it really does is clarify a law that was already on the books. You know, it's a lot more limited in scope than I think it's often given credit for on the international stage and in the press. This change is not like as significant a thing as it's being made out. It's really more of a symbolic thing. But what I find interesting is how Starmer and his government are really trying to lean into, like, this being legally settled. I'm glad this provides clarity. Like, what they want to do is lean on this and be like, oh, well, the court said it, so we can't argue with it now. Oh, I just have to go with it. You know, they want to play politics. They want to be politicians. They want to be able to say, oh, well, it's not me. Well, the courts decided, so it's someone else's decision now, you know? I didn't do it. The courts did. We have to treat biological men as men. You know, we can't allow trans women into women's bathrooms. Oh, no. I mean, I'm not even sure I don't even think that's true. I think it's a clarity on some other specific law. But it's like, and I'm not commenting on the bathroom thing. I'm just commenting on, it seems like that's what they want to do. They want to lean in and say, well, we can't do anything. It's not us. It's just the law now. Yeah, everyone has to respect it. Everyone quiet. Please leave us alone. You know, cowering type shit. And it's like, it's not going to work. Because he's assuming, because it seems like what Starmer's assuming is that people are going to settle down because this was a legal decision. No, this was never about law. Like, all the trans stuff was never about law. It was about ideology. And I don't think that the current UK government is prepared to fight an ideological war. They're not. They're just not prepared for it. They're not prepared for how much this could burst. They're not prepared to fight ideology with ideology. You can't fight ideology with law. You have to fight ideology with inverse ideology and something else. You have to stand for something.
Research is available.
Like, that's what I'm going for. You have to stand for something. Oh my god, gamer, you have 8,000 hours in Warframe. Holy shit. God damn. Green Hell, good choice. Love Green Hell. Conan Exiles. You know what's funny? I've heard mixed things about Conan Exiles. Everyone I've heard talk about Conan Exiles, I never played it, says either they hate it or it's the best game ever made. I don't know. I've only ever heard 7 Days to Die, same. Like, everyone I know who's played 7 Days to Die has either told me it's like... Well, actually, 7 Days to Die is kind of a weird example because it's changed so much over the years. I've kind of heard a lot of mixed things. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the clips from the UK Parliament, but I don't think they ever agreed on anything. Well, I mean... Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. It's... They're hoping that this legal decision will be the end of this. And it's not going to be. So, yeah. Like, they're hoping that they'll be able to lean on this legal decision as some kind of as a tent pole. And that's just not going to happen. You know? So, I agree with you. Like, this legal decision isn't really going to change anything. We'll see. And, I mean, if things go south, I mean, we saw... Again, I'm genuinely not trying to give my opinion on the trans stuff or the bathroom stuff. I'm just trying to go off what's happening online. We saw, and in person, there were a lot of protests, a lot of online boosting and signaling that this law could lead to a lot of, call them trans women, call them men in dresses, whatever, a lot of individuals who have penises going into the women's bathroom in protest. And if they have to start getting dragged out by the police, And Starmer tries to lean on, oh, it's just the law, so there's nothing we can do about it. It's just the law. Everyone should just calm down. It's just the law. I'm not doing anything. I'm just a politician. It's just the law. If he tries to use that, he's going to get roasted over the coals. And it's once again going to drive the UK further and further into authoritarianism, because you can't fight an ideological war with law. You have to fight an ideological war with ideology. You know? I worry for the UK, is what I'm saying at the end of the day. Because the nationalism valve, if you don't open it a bit, it's going to just burst. The swordplay in Conan Exiles is really good, and the base building is nice. 7 Days to Die is great with friends. Okay, fair. But solo gets boring. But my homies goof around while I'm the serious base builder. Oh my god. Loser, go. Thank you for responding to that. Hell yeah. God, I have the best fucking community. God, thank you for responding to that. I fucking love that. Oh, I fucking love that. Anyway, right, sorry, I got off on a fucking political rant talking about UK politics, which I'm worried for, but that's a different issue. Maybe I'll make a video about that at some point. That actually might be more interesting than talking about that terrible Tim Pool, Adam Conover debate, which was kind of worthless, if I'm totally honest. Oh shit, this needs more, oh, I need more copper. Oh, fuck. That should be over here, I think. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, we need to be focusing on getting the sink. That way I can get the stackable conveyor poles and start bringing all of these resources up into the sky to build our base. That is the goal right now. Hell yeah. I'm gonna blow up my fucking voice. Oh well. It's fun. That's what matters. Are you having fun blowing out your voice, Rich? Because that's what matters. Go. There we go. Hell yeah. Yeah, the UK's got a hell of a lot going on right now. I do feel for them. It's a rough situation. I mean, there's just a lot of political and cultural shakeups going across a lot of the Western world. And none of it's going to really be settled until we have strong enough leadership. I'm not condoning authoritarianism, but it's not going to stop until we have strong enough leadership to be able to settle these things, you know? Like, to use the example of Keir Starmer again, like, the stuff with the bathroom issue, and I'm not giving an opinion for or against, it's not going to get settled until a leader is actually willing to say, this is our policy, this is what we're going with, and fuck you if you say otherwise. And is willing to enforce it. It's never going to get settled with half measures. It's never going to get settled by going, oh, it's just the law, I have to do it, sorry, we have to put you in jail for your Facebook post, sorry, you know? It's never going to get settled like with the U.S., you know? It's not going to get settled by, as the Democrats or even a lot of establishment Republicans would like to do, by convincing the people of one thing and then doing something totally opposite in the background. You have to have leadership that's actually willing to fucking stand for something. And until we get that in the Western world, this crisis of leadership will continue, and we will stagnate culturally, stagnate economically, and stagnate militarily, and allow punk-ass bitches like Russia to run over us. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Just terrible. Yeah, let's get some more of these made. Some more storage bins, just so I can get more concrete. This is just getting too much. And I have enough concrete. There's no reason for this. Oh boy. Oh, this is getting very crowded. This is getting very crowded. Okay, I need the concrete. Okay. Back to the gaming. This game's on the bucket list. Hell yeah! It should be. Satisfactory is a great fucking game. I love Satisfactory. I love it. I have never played Enshrouded. I would love to hear more about it, though. What's it? Is it like, I'm assuming it's another building game if you're suggesting it here, because that's a lot of what I'm playing. It's a lot of what I like Project Zomboid for, too, but they seem determined to destroy that at every possible iteration. Yeah, the Project Zomboid devs. What? You want to have fun? Fuck you! Oh, God. It's so cool. So cool. Enshrouded reminds me of Valheim. I've still never played Valheim, actually. Valheim is another one of those games that's on my list. I've never actually played it. It's a secret shame. Well, not secret. It's a shame. I've never played Valheim. I do not have the money to get it. If you see it on sale and you want to throw it my way, I'll give you my Steam friend code. Feel free to, if it's on sale. But I do not have the money to purchase it right now, going through some things. But hey, I can also play Satisfactory, which is another game you should totally play. What I had heard about Valheim, 550 hours. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Enshrouded as probably one of the best and most complete / complex building systems. Really? Interesting. Well, that's a one hell of a suggestion about it. Hell yeah. Okay. Very much got me interested in Enshrouded now. Okay. Fuck yeah. I'll have to look for it. Okay, let me get this this concrete set up, and I'll go look at Enshrouded. I'm curious now. Grab all this. Yeah. By the way, for those interested, feel free to go to the Discord and in the content suggestions. Please feel free to leave games I should play, or mods for games I've played before, like Project Zomboid, probably Minecraft here soon, Satisfactory. Please feel free to leave those in the content suggestions on the Discord. Please, like, honestly, always, always, always open to suggestions. Fantasy and base building, big monsters. Love all of that. And relaxed peace times. That is one of the things I feel like a lot of games don't want to invest in. You know, that's one of the things that they fuck up. They get really invested in making sure you're like constantly under threat, but they don't allow you to do any like chill for a while, do some relaxed base building in those other moments, you know? So that's good. Interesting. I've heard really good... I've heard nothing but good things about Valheim, actually. So it's... Please don't think me saying I've never played it is like me not wanting to. I just can't afford it, genuinely.
Milestone reached.
Oh, I love being poor.
Access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource
Enshrouded. Okay, I know at least
coupons.
a few people here are Discord are on the New Memphis Discord. Please feel free to put Enshrouded and Valheim in there. Again, I'm very interested in playing both. Valheim's been on my list for... Shut up, Beta. Shut up, Beta. Valheim's been on my list for a while, but I've never heard... maybe I've heard of Enshrouded, but just haven't seen it. I don't know. It might look familiar when I look it up here in a sec. We'll see. They have a system where you can add, like, full blocks, quarter blocks, half blocks. Oh, shit. That sounds cool as hell. Huh. That's pretty damn cool. Hold this still a little while longer. 25 bucks? Yeah, that's too much for me. My current gaming budget is 0, unfortunately. Let me see. Enshrouded. Oh, this looks interesting. Set in post-apocalyptic fantasy world. Oh, love that. All right, let's grab this concrete real fast. This looks interesting. Dude, I'm telling you, post-apocalyptic medieval. It's becoming more of a thing. Is this a British company making it? I'm very curious. Is it a British company that makes Enshrouded? I'm telling you, people thought I was crazy when I made that video about 28 years later. But I'm telling you, this is becoming a thing. Maybe even outside of the zombie lore stuff, man. Like, the Brits are getting really, really obsessed with post-apocalyptic medieval. It's the new aesthetic for them. I wonder why. Alright, let's get this done. Oh, shoot. Gotta connect that. Whoops. Yeah, take those. The center one is already full. Alright, so we have 3 constructors all making concrete now. Concrete gets made at a pretty slow pace, but with 3 of them making it, hopefully things will speed up here a bit. Hopefully. Icarus is cool too. I've definitely heard of that one, but I haven't actually seen any gameplay of it. I'll check it out at some point. Man, everything is so slow right now. Well, I mean, I only have 1 constructor making everything, except for the 3 constructors all making concrete. Like I said, though, I gotta get the resource sink. Look at Medieval Dynasty. Okay. Hey, dude, honestly, like, I'm about to head out with some friends in an hour. Like, if you want me to play something, like, honestly, head to the Discord, put it under content suggestions, or if you don't want to go to the Discord, put it under my most recent video as a comment. Put a link to it and the game. That way I'll know it. Those are the best ways to get me to play something. How much does the awesome sink cost in terms of power? I think it's, like, really expensive in power. Damn, 15. Okay. Costs 15 reinforced plates. That's should be 60 times to 180 screws when you need. Discord link is invalid. Shit. Okay, I'm on it. I got time here for a sec. I got time here while these screws are getting made. Yeah, let me throw up a link real fast. Sorry about that. Discord links are always kind of a fun pain. Let's see. Yeah, 7-day link should be fine. Okay. Ah, thank you, Allie. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. All right, I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube real fast. For those interested. Cool. This looks like a numbers game. If you mean Satisfactory, kind of is. Kind of is. Yeah. Yeah, if you want me to play something, including I do see that Humanits is there. Thank you for posting that. Oh, I have way too many screws now. Shit. There's not really such a thing as too many. Thank you for posting Humanits over there. Much appreciated, Saul. Hell yeah. Looks like yeah. I gotta work it into a blueprint. They do have also prefabricated blueprints you can make for, like, your actual basing items as well, like the crafters or constructors and smelters and whatnot. They're a little limited in the beginning, but you get bigger ones later on. There's so much cool shit you can build in the later game too. I absolutely love Satisfactory. I cannot recommend this game enough. No matter what else happens in the stream, and no matter even if my politics, well, my ranting about politics annoys you, for the love of God. Oh man, people still posting about Trump. All right, what did he do? Donald Trump just posted on Twitter that this big beautiful bill. Oh, I can just imagine his voice and the hand gestures. I can just see it. I can see it. I can just see all of it. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, Donald. Oh, Donald. Just posted on Twitter that the big beautiful bill has been passed in the Senate. Now the House needs to do it. Well, I believe the Republicans control the Senate, so that's not really surprising. They have both now. Oh, right. Oof. Yeah, it's a rough time to be a Democrat. It is rough. There were people coming on the post as AI to generate a photo of the big beautiful bill, set it on fire. Yeah. Actually, you want to see something funny? Eric the Berserker. I don't know if you have a Blue Sky account. I would be very curious to know what they're saying about the big beautiful bill. Welcome in, Faded Gamer. We're fun. Welcome to the New Memphis unofficially official Discord. We're good people. Yeah, I would be very curious to see what Blue Sky is doing, what kind of aneurysms they're having over the big, beautiful bill. I would be very curious to see that. Not that I don't support their right to express their opinions as citizens. That's what they should do, but I'm curious to see what kind of aneurysm they're having over on Blue Sky. Because you know it's bad. You know that they're freaking the fuck out. God, Donald Trump can't so much as take a shit without them having a fucking aneurysm over it. I don't even like Trump. That's what sucks about all this. I don't even like Trump. They're just like, I wish people would actually make like, when they make arguments about him, would make like useful ones, you know? Like, how much power does this take? It doesn't say. That worries me. Okay, how much power does this take? Let me see. What did the potential power go up to? Wow, max consumption just shot up. Okay, this thing takes like 30 megawatts. Okay, it's gonna need its own dedicated biomass burner, which is no big deal. I have shitloads of biomass. I'm fucking rolling in it right now. Okay, let's just build it way out here. And give me a storage container. There we go. I mean, who doesn't online these days? Oh, wait, no. I didn't want to connect it to that. I wanted to connect it to its own dedicated biomass burner. That was it. Here we go. Let's put that there. Perfect. Let's go restock the biomass over here. Get that done. Give me a couple of them. There we go. Put that back. And what do I want to feed into the chipper? Please tell me I have a lot more concrete. Okay, I got a decent amount. I'm getting a decent amount of concrete now. That's good. Did I put back all of it? Oh, that was a stupid move. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me those. Alright, don't get weird, Eric the Berserker. Don't get weird. Don't say anything inflammatory or violent. Not because it would get me banned, but because you just shouldn't do that. What else do we need? No, maybe I should get the chainsaw? Nah, it's not really worth it. It only takes solid biomass. It's kind of a pain to make this early in the game. Well, we do have plenty of concrete now, finally. Well, not plenty. We're going through it, still making it pretty slowly. Right, that was it. That's what we need to be doing. We need... Well, I need to stop forgetting midway through whatever I'm doing, what exactly I need to be doing. We need 200 screws. And... Man, I'm low on cable, too. Jesus. I gotta build more of that. Super low on that. Yeah, Allie, by the way, I don't know if... I hope you're still on here. I don't know if you're planning on streaming today, but I'm going to hop off in, like, literally roughly an hour to an hour and a half. So if people want to raid over to her, once I'm done here, they can feel free. Might go and do that. He knew it was... Yeah, no, I knew where you were going. Pug, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, Eric, I knew where you were going, and, Be nice. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I believe in, like, as I said before, when it comes to aggressive thoughts such as these, I am a big believer in letting the steam out of the valve a little at a time so that we don't say things that are horrible, right? Like, I believe in us taking it, you know, you get what I mean. You know, let's keep it all very useful, you know? Let's keep it relevant. Let's keep things that we say to attack others helpful to those others. You know, that's always what matters. To me, anyway. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright. What's the giant ramp? Oh, yeah, it's just there. That's where we're going to build our base eventually. But before we do that, I need to unlock a really specific part. Yeah, the giant ramp, that's where the base is going to be and where we're going to start doing some real automation. But first, I want to make sure... There we go, get that powered. Does this provide enough power? Yes, it does. But first, I want to make sure... Yeah, okay, let's feed those in. Those, that, sure, that'll do. I'm going to get the stackable conveyor pole first. And I don't know how many tickets that's going to take. Where is it? Should be... Walls. Organization, maybe? Where is it? Management. Stackable conveyor poles. Where are they? No. No, none of those. Where are they? What the fuck? Foundations. Walls. Architecture. Equipment. Oh, damn. Where is it? Welcome to the Discord. It's nuts. Nah. Have fun. We're good people. Cannot last a whole fucking day in Zomboid. You know, that's one of the things I actually hear more often than almost anything else. Is that despite how the Indie Stone is doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on making the game harder and building the game around the most hardcore player base, the average player picking up the game still can't survive like a whole week. Like, surviving an entire week in that game still feels like an insurmountable challenge to those starting out. Which, like, is a pretty good sign that that the game is already difficult enough. And you should focus on other aspects, maybe, and not try to add in more roadblocks like fucking muscle strain! Oh, Zomboid. Oh, the Indie Stone. Just can't get over the fact that some people actually are good at their game. God for fucking bid. God for fucking bid. Anyway, give me all that. Maybe the stackable conveyor pole is in something else. How do I unlock that? Maybe I'll have to look it up. Let me see if I can find it on here. Stackable conveyor pole. Stackable conveyor pole. Where is it? Chainsaw. No. There it is. Oh, logistics. Oh, shit. Okay, here it is. Let's see. It's right the fuck here. Okay, well, at least now I know where it is. We are very chill here. Yeah, we're trying to... this is actually my first time building a base in this northern forest region. And my goal is I want to do like a big, like, pyramid-style, like, forest temple way built up in the sky. Obviously, well, half forest temple and half, you know, futuristic factory. That's what you build in this game. You build factories. My brain is fried. That 48-hour live stream a couple days ago has still left my brain just, like, scrambled. I swear to God. Anyway, yeah, today, this is the part one. We're kind of just getting everything settled right now. Enough spam in the content suggestions. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you giving me. Yeah, if all else fails, I mean, give me, like, one or two of the most important things. And I do look over there. That's probably the place where I do try to, like... I check the general, too. I check a lot of stuff in the Discord. I've been, in the past, really bad about checking it. But the content suggestions are probably one of the things I make sure to check the most. Because I want to be up on, well, A, content ideas are good. And B, I just want to be able to, like, know what people are interested in seeing. And apparently people are very fascinated by just the giant oh god, what's attacking me? Ah! Get out of here. You okay, buddy? You have, like, vertigo or something? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You know what's gonna do, attack me and then walk away? Fuck you. Anyway, give me all this copper. Give me all that. Grab that. With any luck, if anyone's watching this 6 months from now, they'll be able to skip forward in the live stream to the to part 6 or something, and see this ramp have turned into a big, beautiful, stupid pyramid base. Hopefully. Try doing 20-hour streams and nobody watches. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's hard starting out. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hard. Like, I remember when I was, It's difficult. I get it. It's hard getting views. You gotta have a certain personality, and you gotta be goddamn relentless. Like, you gotta accept the fact that people are just not gonna watch for a while. And in all honesty, I think audiences are also just getting a lot more discerning. Like, they really want people with personality, which is good for me. I have personality. Too much, some might say. But it also is, I don't know. I feel like the content space in general is getting more difficult for people who just want to, like, either be faceless and just see it as raw, as a raw way to make money without having to sacrifice privacy or not show their personality. For those people, it's the content space is becoming more difficult as audiences are desperate for authenticity. And it's a good and a bad thing, because there's a lot of people who don't want to show their face or sacrifice their privacy, who are good content creators and do want to do new things or interesting things, you know? Like, there are people who want to do that. And so it's, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. Like I said, I mean, it's good for me. I'm someone who has a lot of personality, so hey, I ain't gonna complain. It's helping me. But also, I don't know. 70 followers streaming on Twitch. My parents disowned me. Oof. Ouch. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Parents can be bad sometimes. It's rough. Hope you're doing better now. Hey, being on camera is great. I love being on camera. Well, I don't know. I don't feel different when I'm on camera. I've noted, you know, that's actually one of the interesting things when people, when other people tell me, like, yeah, when I'm on camera, I feel so much pressure. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'll be on camera, whatever. I don't feel any pressure. I'm just here. It's just it's just the same. Just act the same, just on camera. It's whatever. Who cares? That's my 2 cents. I don't know. That's always my 2 cents. I never give a shit. Yeah, that's always my 2 cents when it comes to being on camera. I never really care. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, wait, no. Did I already build one? I think I already built a shop. Also, I don't actually need the shop anymore because it's not... Yeah, I already built one. Yeah, I don't actually need the shop because now I know where the logistics actually come from. Oh, but I do need the screws, though, because I need to build more reinforced plates. Energy rises on camera. That's a good sign. Well, it sounds like you should be doing more live streams then. Why don't you do more? I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't suck to not have people tune in, but, I mean, if your energy rises on camera, if you love being on camera, then just get on camera and love it. And if you do that consistently enough, you know, hopefully you gain an audience. You know, sometimes it's an audience that's angry at you. You know, you make a, you know, but that's not all. It's still a following. I have quite a few hate watchers, you know, and quite a few people who love my content. You know, you become known over time. I don't know. It happens. Oh, like I said, I don't think I can say it better than that. If your energy rises on camera, if you love being on camera, then just get on camera and love being on camera. And you have to just trust people will watch. There's not a better way to really There's not a better way to grow a following. There isn't another way to grow a following, you know? There's no shortcuts to this. It sucks, but there's no shortcuts. If with Dark Side Phil, man, I've seen so much content roasting Dark Side Phil recently. I have no idea who he is. No idea. I've only heard his name in passing, in hushed whispers. But hey, I'm glad people believe in my channel. You know, I'm trying to make the best content I can. That's all I ever try to do. I think once you lose sight of that, you know, that's part of why I think audiences are rejecting the Mr. Beasts of the world, you know? They're rejecting people who spend more time maximizing their metrics than making good content, you know? Audiences are really getting sick of that shit. You know, tried on YouTube, but won't let me go live without subscribers, but I can try on... They won't let you... Wait, you have to have a certain number of subscribers to go live on YouTube? I guess I never tried going live on YouTube till I had more than 1,000, so I guess I never really knew. Huh. I know that TikTok has a similar rule. TikTok won't let you go live until you have 1,000 subscribers, which I have, I think, 20 on TikTok. I've never invested in my TikTok, so that's not really surprising, though. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look up Darkside Phil at some point. I don't know anything about him, genuinely. But I've heard his name as, like, one of the worst people on YouTube, but I don't know anything about him personally. I'm curious now, though, just because I've heard so much. Very, very curious. Okay. We're very close. We're close to the stackable conveyor pole. We just need to unlock Logistics Mark II, which requires 300 iron rods and 50 reinforced iron plates. Once we get to that, we will have the stackable conveyor belts, and we can go ahead and start bringing resources all the way up the giant ramp and start building up there. We also need to let this thing continue to grow. Yeah, we need to keep accruing concrete as well. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Let me see. What else do we have on here? Oh, also, I have not said this once the entire stream. Went almost the whole stream while forgetting to do it. Please, press the like button. Please do it. I forgot the entire stream. We've been going for like 3 hours now, and I haven't reminded people to hit the like button once the whole time. Totally slipped my mind. Totally forgot. Please press the like button. It helps bring more people into the stream. It would be so incredibly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Press the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. Subscribe on Twitch. Hit the bell on YouTube. There's so many buttons now. There's so many buttons. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for being here, and thank you for engaging with the community. I appreciate each and every one of you. Guessing it costs them money to stream? Yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I guess I never knew that about YouTube. Like I said, I didn't start live streaming on YouTube. I only started live streaming a couple of months ago, and I have kind of fallen in love with it. I love being able to, like, do live stuff with the community. It's super great. But I'm pretty really recent to it, and by that point, I already had, I think, probably at least... I was already a YouTube partner by that point. I think I mean, it wasn't huge. I'm still not huge. I had, like, 2,000 subscribers or something, you know, so it wasn't anything big, but I had enough that I was a YouTube partner. Do the mining drones there have an automated output? No, but there are bigger miners that I will be making soon. Once we get those stackable conveyor poles, I'm going to build some automated miners that will allow us to run resources along conveyor belts and then run it all the way up there. But I just want to have those stackable conveyor poles first. Oh, right. That was what I was doing. Concrete. Use limestone. Take all that. There we go. See. Where did I hear him from? Oh, I think I heard Darkside Phil. That was where I heard him from. He was mentioned on the on LolCow Live. Terrible podcast. Awful podcast. But it's funny watching Boogie humiliate himself in reviews. I remember I was watching that once. I think it was the episode, and they mentioned Darkside Phil. when Boogie was threatening to quit. God, that poor man. What an idiot. God, it's just willing to let Keemstar just destroy him for views. I do use OBS, actually. Yes, I do. I use OBS, and then I use a free... what is the tech term for free open source? An open source software called Atom, AITUM, to do multi-streaming between YouTube, Twitch, and then also YouTube vertical. So we're live currently on a YouTube horizontal format, YouTube vertical format, and then Twitch. Twitch does also have a vertical output, but I just don't bother because I feel like if people are on Twitch, they're watching on a TV or on horizontal. Nobody watches Twitch on their phone. Like, I feel like Twitch is... I've always heard Twitch is notoriously bad in terms of its app. You know? So, I don't know. Yeah. I do use OBS. Please remember to like and subscribe. It is so incredibly appreciated. Thank you, Jarins, for reminding me as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Press that like button. Smash that like... Is that the term now? Smash the like button? That's what you're supposed to say now? What is it? What's the new thing? What's the new lingo? What's the hot new content creator slang? I wouldn't know. I've never been a hot new content creator before. Maybe one of these days, though. We have been getting a lot of growth in the last couple of days, in part because I'm refocusing on Project Zomboid content, which helps. And by the way, I do see we have quite a few new subscribers. Thank you guys so much to all of you. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Thank you for the support. It is so incredibly appreciated. It's yeah, it's been wild. Thank you guys so much for the support. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah. All right. So I've got about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Like I said, my buddy who's picking me up is always late, so I'm kind of hoping he is today as well, and then I can keep streaming for longer. So we're gonna keep going. Yeah, put all of that in there. Get this thing done. We're not making those stupid iron rods fast enough. The concrete is all full now. I'm not as worried about that. That's good. But we're not making iron rods fast enough. Especially because I need iron rods to make screws. And I need screws to make the reinforced plates. We have a pretty good output of concrete, pretty good output of iron plates, but not iron rods. That's my main issue. Let's grab all of this. Yeah, let's grab like 3 of them. May as well grab all 4. When do I stream? Any schedule. I stream at odd hours. I stream at random points of the night. Strange times. Who knows? I like to keep my audience on their toes, you know? No schedule. I need to set one, but I never have. One of these days. I've actually been doing a lot of experimenting with my streaming schedule as of late. I've actually kind of been, in recent days, doubling down on, I've been getting a lot of traction with the late-night doom scrollers, especially in my vertical stream. So I've been kind of doubling down on, like, doing a lot of late-night stuff, and it's been getting good returns, like, shockingly good returns. Yeah! Hey, I'm glad you like this game. This is a great game. It's a great fucking game. But yeah, I should establish a schedule, but like I said, I'm kind of experimenting a bit right now. Like I said, those late-night doom scrollers love seeing me play Satisfactory, so hey, I'll lean into it. Why not? Why not? Yeah, once you get all the... I don't know. If you got all the achievements, you got pretty damn far in this game. It's a great game, I don't blame you. It's a game worth getting far in. Usually I kind of fall out around... Maybe like, what did I say earlier? I think it was like 4, like steps like 4 and 5. I forget what they're called. At that point, the game starts to feel a bit tedious to me. So usually I'm not, I don't know. At that point, usually I'm kind of like, I'd rather just start a new world, start a new build, you know? And I'm kind of like, I just don't want to bother anymore. Around tiers, that's what they're called. Around tier 4 to 5. Is when I usually get kind of just bored, and I'm like, whatever, who cares? Let's just start a new one. I'd rather start a new base from scratch than go to the higher tiers. It sounds more fun, which is like good and bad, you know. I really should finish, but hey, this one I am determined to finish because I want to do it live. And people will enjoy it, you know? I'm hoping people will really get a kick out of seeing, like, the build progress all the way from, you know, the hub not even being completed to building, like, nuclear power and shit like that, and a nuclear fucking fusion reactor. Played it with my brother, so it was easier to do. Oh, yeah, having multiple people always makes it easier. Absolutely. I mean, I could be here building this stuff on the conveyor, on the belt, while someone else is, you know, using that concrete to build out the rest of the base, you know? Do you get multiple hubs if you play in multiplayer, or do you still just have the one? I'm not sure. I'd like to know that, though. I have never played this game in multiplayer. I have to be honest, I probably never will, because though I love my community dearly, and I love my friends dearly who I play video games with, I am too pedantic about this game specifically. I love this game so much that I never want anyone to touch my base. Don't touch my base. This is my base. Now, there are other games I play multiplayer. Project Zomboid? Sure, whatever. My base, I'll rebuild it. I don't really care that much. But no. Don't fuck with my factory. Things need to work. Things need to work in a specific way. Don't touch it. Don't fuck with it. No one come anywhere near. Only ever built one. Wow, well, you should play more. You got to try some of the other starting areas. There's 4. I don't know if you've played since 1.0 launched. It's only a couple of months ago now. But now they have, but there's like 4 different starting areas. I mean, obviously in the beginning I played a lot in the original starting area, which is like the flatland, grassland area, the really easy one. My last couple of builds, I've started out in the deserts, which is a really interesting place to build because you have a lot of room. But you also have like you have a lot of room, but you also have a lot of like how do I put this? There's not a lot of resources. That's it. Oh, you did play 1.0? Nice. So you have seen all the new updates and stuff. Good. Yeah, I haven't really... I like the desert area, but it's not like... I don't know. The same with Minecraft. The second someone puts wood in the food chest and touches my redstone... Oh yeah, trust me, I get it. Absolutely. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want people fucking with my stuff. I feel like I would get that way about Minecraft. I mean, I could always just have like a private server for my single-player Minecraft area with my stuff. Don't mess with it. But at the very least, with Minecraft, like with organization, I don't really care as much. Like, it's more... I think for me, it's just the fact that in Satisfactory, like, the factory is made to do something in a really specific way. I think that's the difference for me in my mind. That, like, I need this thing to do this in this way. No one else touch it. This is my thing. No. I don't know. For some reason, it just makes me really, like... I don't know. I don't want people touching it. And I fully acknowledge that might just be me being crazy. But, like, for some reason, in this game, when it comes to stuff where, like, I need it to do things, I'm like, no one else touch it. No one touch it. It's mine. I don't know. Made oh yeah, the sky trains are the way to play. Yeah, sky trains are the way to play. Does anyone even make trains on the ground? Once you reach a certain point, like, does anyone actually make trains on the ground? I don't. Maybe if they had a way to alter the terrain a bit, maybe I might make trains on the ground. Like, if you could at least, like, help smooth terrain, I probably would, but not the way things are. Definitely not. Okay. Just need enough screws to make the reinforced iron plates, and then we should be good to go. My boxes get labeled, designated a dump box, and go organized every time. Nice. Honestly, I am very pedantic. But again, like, when it comes to organization, I kind of play it fast and loose just because stuff has to get done. I don't know. Oh my god. Allie, I'm so sorry. What is it with you and Reed getting all these ads dumped on you? I'm sorry. Oh, did I set? Yeah, the ad breaks are still automatic. I'm not paying enough attention to set them manually, honestly. We can talk about that later. I don't know. I don't pay attention enough during my streams to set them manually. I don't know. Maybe I should, though. Maybe I should. Yeah, I should. No. Definitively, I should. I should. Hand out eviction notices to the homies when they don't listen about organization. I respect that. Yo, welcome in, Teed. Good to see you. I love sky rails and shopping malls with villagers in Minecraft. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do, like, set up, like, businesses with them. That's kind of cool. I never knew that. I don't know any of the stuff with the villagers, to be honest. Like, my last time playing Minecraft... Oh. I don't know if anyone's going to get a kick out of this. But I was told that this... really dates my era of Minecraft. The last time I was really into Minecraft was like maybe like 4, 5, 6 years ago. Before the villagers were like really... I mean, they were a thing, but they weren't like a really big thing. I played before creative mode was a thing. I remember using inventory edits was how we cheated in my day when we played Minecraft. We didn't play... Creative mode didn't exist yet. Instead, we got bitched at by the hardcore Minecraft players for using casual mode. Yeah. Is it possible to complete the game only making items at the workbench, no factories? Yes. Oh, no. It is not. There is a certain point of complexity where the game will just simply not allow you to use workbenches to create items. And even long before you hit that point... Like, you'll be spending you'll be there for literal hours. Like, the amount of items you'd have to craft by hand, you would be... Like, you know, you saw me sitting here for a solid minute and a half. Hours. You'd be there for literal hours. And there is a certain point at which the game will just say... I think it's when you get to steel production. The game will just say, no, you cannot. You can't forge... Because steel is combination coal and iron. And you cannot make that. Even though you can forge steel, you can forge iron into iron ingots, copper into copper ingots, and limestone into concrete at the workbench. You cannot combine iron with coal to make steel. You have to have a foundry. You have to use the conveyor belts and all that stuff. But even long before you get to that point, like, the amount of time you'd be spending would be literal hours. You know. Started in 1.18. I don't remember what specific build I started on. I don't remember. Trap the villagers, indentured prisoners. Ah, the British Empire model. I respect it. Do you, friend. Do you. My base, my rules. If they don't like it, they can build their base. I mean, I respect that, though. They love my bases, so it's all good. I respect it. Like, I'm not, like, to be clear, like, do you? Like, if you don't want, like, I think when people come into someone else's server, they should respect the rules, you know? Like, hey, this is my base that I built. I know it's a video game, but don't fuck with my base. I think that's totally fair. Forgot about steel. I guess no manual supercomputers or heavy modular frames. I think you actually can build heavy modular frames. Yeah, you can build heavy modular frames, but heavy modular frames do require steel pipes, which you obviously cannot forge without a foundry. So there comes a point where there's always at least one thing you need. Here we go. Finally. Stackable conveyors. Oh my god, finally.
Milestone reached. Fixit would like to remind you of your contractual
Finally.
obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient. Don't disappoint Fixit.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Here we go. And let's get a miner Mark 1. Here is where we start, is where shit gets real. This is where shit gets real. And stackable conveyor poles. Let's just put it all the way at the edge here. Can we run it there? Probably not. Okay, let's make that 4. Let's make that 5. Okay. There we go. And let's get started. Here we go. As I said, now is where things really start to get real. Ah, right there. Okay. 5, 3. Nice. Looks like we're gonna have just enough time to get our automation started before we wrap up for today. Still got half an hour or so. A little bit. Got a little bit. There we go. There we go. I don't know. Anybody else gonna jump on stream here that we can raid into, though? Allie, if you want to stream, we can do that. If you want to play some Project Zomboid, do some base building. Actually, if you want to head over to the New Memphis server and stream from there, that would be pretty cool. If you're feeling up to it, you might not be. I don't know. There we go. Or we can find somebody else to raid into. Let me know if you have suggestions, as like I said, I'm probably going to wrap up in another half an hour to an hour, somewhere like that. No thanks, pretty boring. I mean, just, okay. Whatever you're feeling up to, I will go along with. I mean, if you want to, though, you can also pick who we raid. That'd be fun. Although, I can't really do that on YouTube, but, we'll put in a link. Tell everybody to go somewhere. We could throw up a link on the YouTube, be like, hey, go support another small streamer. That's always fun. There we go. I know Hef said he was probably going to be busy this weekend, so I don't know if he's on. I need more iron plates. I'm going to need a lot more iron plates. I mean, that's the whole point of the factory, though. Yeah, we need a lot more iron plates. Okay. Hey, we're above the flying animals. Way above him. Hell yeah. Oh, Haxar, dude, hell yeah. Yeah, we can raid into Haxar. Like I said, I'm going to wrap up in about half an hour here. Yeah, we'll totally do that, 100%. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Right. Allie, you posted about Haxar, I'm pretty sure. Or somebody did. Yeah, I've been on his Discord a couple of times now because he was, you put a link over there on our Discord. Yeah, yes, I know Haxar. Yeah. There we go. I can get a little bit lower, actually. 3, connect that. Alright, iron plates. I should have enough, hopefully. Hey, much appreciated. Glad people enjoy the stream. I can promise you, I'm putting in very little effort. All I am trying to do is just be somewhat kind of entertaining and keep the political rants to a minimum, as I usually fail to do. You know, another day in New Memphis. Another fine day in New Memphis. There we go. Go. Take those. Fuck yeah. Say, yeah. Copper's doing okay for right now. I really need more iron plates. That's like the #1 thing. Alright. Fuck yeah. God, this is so ridiculous. Oh, I should also build some more of these, probably. Do we have enough power to get this miner going? We should have enough. Probably. Yeah, we have the spare power. I think they're only like 4 megawatts. There we go. 5 megawatts? Yeah, that's fine. Not a big deal. Okay. We're getting kind of high. I was gonna go to work. Anyway. Well, I mean, we also don't need to rely on just these 2 biomass burners. I can build more. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm acting like there's any kind of a problem with our power system. I have shitloads of biomass right now that we've accrued. I guess put on another one. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Let's do another box over here. Oh wait, I don't need another box over here. There's already this fucking massive stack of biomass in this container. Yeah, take that. I can't. It's already full. Oh, I have so much biomass. Why am I complaining? That's a great thing. That's tons of power. There we go. Leave that there. It's only 12 gigabytes? I would have thought it'd been more. I love Satisfactory. It is a great game. God, this is going to take so long for this iron to get up here. Oh, that's fine. I love this game. Love it to pieces. Love it, love it, love it. So many. Yeah, I try to make sure we have plenty of platforms so that everyone can watch on their platform of choice. Preferably. I'm glad you found the Twitch. Yes. I will warn you, there are a lot of ads. I still, again, my setting is 5 minutes per hour. So if Twitch is doing more ads than that, then Twitch is lying to me. Which, like, I hope they're not. That would be really shitty of them. But then again, you know, they are an American corporation, so, you know, yeah. And you can only expect so much. Now, logistics, splitter. Now is when shit gets real. Let's go all the way out here. That's fine. Yeah, that'll do. No. Put a splitter. Mark that to 6. There we go. I can't jump on top. Oh, I haven't unlocked the stupid blade runners yet. Damn it. Okay. Let's just move that off to the side. Just swing it around. Go. There we go. Now I can actually pass under it. Yeah, maybe not even do that. Let's try... I really don't want to do that. That'll do. Yeah, that'll be the most efficient option. That way I can keep running more if I need to. Okay. Yeah, God, I can't jump on top of these things. That's so annoying. Alright. So here are the splitters. We're going to build a smelter here. Oh, I got to run power up here. No, I don't need to run power up here. I'll just build some biomass burners up here. There's no point in running power all the way up here. I'll just connect them. But then again, the biomass burners being down at the bottom does help, because that's where all the fucking biomass is. Both inside of my containers and in the, both inside of my containers and, you know, all the flora that we're going to chop down to make the biomass. That there. That there. There we go. There we go. Is that going right through it? No, just over. Cool. Nice. Use that. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, hook that up to power. And let's go all the way back down. I'm glad everyone is able to watch on their platform of choice. Okay, that's now feeding. They're all plugged in. No, that's wrong. No, it's wrong. No. It's not on the exact right square that I wanted it to be on. There we go. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Right. Do 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 do. Let's just do this one right here. I guess I'll put another one at the end in case I need it, but it probably won't. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to build more biomass burners, but that's honestly, again, fine. We have shitloads of biomass. We're not gonna run out anytime soon. Probably should, you know what? Probably should start, like, organizing this stuff, too. Start deleting a few things. Foundations. Now shit's getting real. Now we're cooking with portals. Yeah, now let's get some biomass burnt. Oh, I eventually want to run these with... Okay. Yeah. Let's have these face the inside, because eventually I'm going to want them to be able to... Eventually I'm going to want to run actual, like, conveyor belts to them, feeding them with biomass. But for right now, they're fine to just get filled up once in a while manually. Take that, and take that. And now we have... Oh, that one's full. There's that one. Hook it up. There we go. Cool. Alright, now we should have way more power than we need, honestly. They're looking a bit more professional. Wait, honestly, just move this. No point in leaving it. Oh, we need more iron plates. I mean, I need more of everything. I always need more of everything. Oh, this middle one's the one making concrete. Yeah, whatever. Excellent. And iron rods. Excellent. Still need to build a space elevator. I'm not even close to being able to do that yet. But honestly, that's fine. Who really cares? I don't need it just yet. I'd rather get the foundations of the base put together. Now, let's put this here. There we go. And a splitter here. God, it's so annoying I can't jump on top of these things. Okay. Nice. Now, these will be fed with biomass automatically. Excellent. Alright. How much is it burning? Oh, it's only burning 10 biomass per minute to provide 30 megawatts of power. It's a lot of power, so honestly, that's fine. Yeah, we now have plenty of power. We're not hurting for power at all now. I might even want to take apart some of these. Take apart some of these concrete factories. Let's remove all that. Don't need it. Don't need it. There's still 2 more concrete factories running. I have plenty of concrete for right now, but you always need more concrete. You always need more concrete. Never assume you have enough concrete. I should also empty the rest of the biomass into that big container as well. Cool. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, my buddy's on his way. It's alright. We can finish more. We can finish more. We can finish more. We can do it. We can do this. Okay. I'm going to be jumping off in just a couple of minutes here. Allie, would you mind putting up a link over to Hacksar's stream, if you wouldn't mind, or his channel on the YouTube and the Twitch, because yeah, I'm going to be jumping off in literally a couple of minutes here. And also, I think you're the only one here with the capability to, because you're the mod. I think if Pug is still on the YouTube, he might be able to over there. Pretty sure he has mod capability on there. Oh, right. Thank you, Allie. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Feel free to raid over there any minute. I'm going to be hopping off here momentarily. I still got a couple of minutes, but yeah. Feel free to go ahead and hop over there. Support another small streamer. Help us out. It's rough out there, guys. Trust me. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We should have everything we need. We can dump this. Dump that. If nothing else, at the very least, we managed to get our small little iron factory going. Producing something. God, this is such a long this is such a long ramp. God, this thing is huge, but we're gonna have so much room to expand. We're never gonna have to worry about like expanding out sideways, which is like the most important thing. Like once I reach like tier 4 and 5, that's always the thing that drives me insane, is trying to figure out how to expand to the side. Okay, let's set this. Oh, you need power. And you need power. And you need set to iron. There we go. Now they're going. No, not copper. You need set to iron. And then we need a constructor on each of these. Okay, we're kind of throwing it in haphazard. No. Get it in. There we go. And then, yeah, here we'll be fine. Okay, 6, merger. I want to make sure to leave enough space so we can put some changes in there later if we need to. Merger. There we go. And merger there. And a container. Wait, a little bit further back, actually. Oh shoot, these aren't plugged in. Oh god damn it. Oh! Everything is going wrong! No, just 2 seconds here. Okay, that. Plug that in. Plug that in. Set it to iron plates. Why are you not... Oh, you don't have power. There we go! Nice! Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. We now officially have the foundation built for our future forest temple here in the Cahokia build, building in the northern forests of the Satisfactory map. Thank you guys so much for watching. Raid over, have some fun with Haxar, show him some love, show some love to the small streamers in your life, tell them you appreciate him. Thank you guys so much for watching. I should probably save my game for like the first time. That would be a smart thing to do. Saving your game is always good. That's always a good thing to do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in the next one some point soon. I'm going to be in the new Memphis multiplayer server